Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Lawsplaining the Interwebs. I am your host, Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. And with me today is a very special guest. We have Hero Hey. Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think I've got you just a tad loud.
Okay.
That's not what I wanted.
Yeah, if you need me to push the microphone further, I could also do that. Might be easier.
No. Let's let me tech solve this on the fly. That'll be a much better solution.
I sense some sarcasm.
No, it's good. It's good. I gotta get it just right here. I think we're good there. Yeah. This will be good. This will be
good. Just talking random, so you can. It's good.
Yeah. We're perfect now. We're perfect now.
Sweet.
And by perfect, I mean it seems good when I look at the little green bar bouncing up and down.
Yeah.
So
it seems legit.
So, well, thanks for coming on, buddy. I really appreciate it. You of course, we're going to talk about your situation. You have been put into a predicament.
A little bit, man. Quite unfortunate, but hopefully it ends up working out in a fortunate manner for me.
Yeah, we'll have to see, but we'll talk about that in a minute. And we'll talk about, I guess, what happened. You can kind of tell the story. You could talk about the video and all that stuff, and then we'll talk about how things look going forward. And then, sorry, I'm shaking up my tea here.
No, you do whatever you got to do.
Yeah. Don't worry. This weird Johnson. It's just a tea. It's just
I
tea,
take that
guys.
back. Maybe not anything.
It's tea. It's tea with a T. Yeah. So that's we'll talk about that, and then of course we have to talk about the giant whale in the room, which is Renfamous being summarily executed by Twitter.
I gotta say, in a day where there was not so much good news for me, that made me smile pretty nicely.
Yeah, that was great. I'm still just laughing.
Yeah,
I'm just over here laughing. Can't stop the because of course Renfamous is familiar with the permanent suspension. This is her third or fourth one.
Yeah, it's amazing how she keeps coming back, but it's Twitter, I guess.
Well, it's I guess it's Twitter, and when you have a wild Joe Quesadilla sucking you off every day, then I guess maybe Twitter likes you. I don't know why they would, but they just overlook that this is a constant harassment machine that exists. So I don't know. Well, who cares? We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that as we go. Just because
sounds good.
Yeah, just because that thing is so gross and deserves every single bit of ridicule it can muster. All right. So, Oh, someone actually sent me 7 hours ago. They sent me questions for Marzgurl.
Jesus.
So let me ask those real quick, and then there's a couple of these early chats that I want to get to.
Yeah, man, you do your thing.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see. Whose show is this? I don't even remember.
I thought it was yours.
Dogsplained 7 hours ago sent for funsies a few questions for Marzgurl. And by the way, I'm going to talk about Marzgurl from time to time throughout the show. Only true things or opinions that I have about like how grossly huge her arms are, stuff like that. Just because I want Marzgurl's attorney to have to watch this.
So yeah, do you think Marzgurl's watching it, or the donator at least? Then is that the implication, or?
I mean, I don't know. But if she's going to be searching for defamation, or if her attorney's going to have to review statements for defamatory action, like if I suggest that I think it takes 8 gallons of butter to get Marzgurl through a doorway,
oof.
I guess they'd have to determine if that was a factual statement or rhetorical hyperbole or a joke or ridicule, and that would be a legal question for her lawyer. So he would have to watch this video and then make that legal analysis. And since I'm going to make probably some more jokes throughout the show, he might have to watch the whole thing.
Well, I got a good question for you already about that.
Yeah.
What if you understated the amount of butter that they would need? Would that be defamation? What if they need 20 ounces?
I think it really depends on whether or not damage is caused by it. So I guess if she tried to squeeze through the door but used too much butter, and just like, you know, like like Marzgurl accelerated through the doorway,
and like busted the doorway or something.
She catapults into next week or whatever. Then I guess
a scary image in my mind right now, man.
Yeah, it's like she breaks the sound barrier, leaves a nice big shockwave behind. No, yeah, that would be. I guess it could be defamatory if it caused her damage in some way. But,
oof.
Sorry, the tea is good, very delicious. Some of the bottles, they have a little difference to them. Okay.
Okay, that's interesting.
Blaine20 says, a moment of silence for Peter Chewbacca Mayhew's untimely passing, please. So, okay. There we go. We go. R.I.P. Peter Mayhew. I wish that moment of silence could have actually been one giant Chewbacca-like growl, but I can't do one.
Yeah, I mean, you know, playing that intro is tough enough. I don't think we got special effects and whatnot yet. I mean,
yeah. I've got it set up so I can play my Whiskey Lawyer song now, just at the press of a button. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're gonna try that for an outro tonight, so that people know when I'm winding down the show. So that'll be interesting. Blaine20 says, Attention, Renfamous, the blue whale orca beluga, has been suspended, at least for now. Cross fingers and toes, kiss your bae, and pray that it sticks this time. It won't. It won't stick this time. Of course not. But it is funny. It is funny every time she gets a permanent suspension, because anybody else gets a permanent suspension, and they are literally Hitler. They're literally Hitler who did everything wrong, broke every terms of service. But when that thing washes up on the sandy beaches of no Twitter, when it washes up there and it's laying there gasping and dying out of its blowhole in the sun, collapsing under its own weight into a neutron star, as it does that, you know, everybody will be like, it's just a mistake. It's a mistake. It must be a mistake. This thing isn't hateful. This thing doesn't go after people. This thing doesn't threaten Tug. This thing doesn't threaten people's jobs or families or livelihoods ever. No targeted harassment ever. Must be an absolute mistake every single time. Every single time. But when anybody else gets deplatformed, you know, she's out there just cheering and parading about how the evil, horrendous monster has been thrown off. Never even considering the fact that maybe other people have get caught up in the same Twitter mistakes. Yeah,
it's interesting. That little blue bird always helps her out. Always brings her back in there. Little Twitter.
It's a little longer each time.
Yeah.
It's a little longer. But this one, I mean, when it says your account is suspended, that's the permanent ban. I mean, you can appeal it. You can certainly appeal it. I did. I appealed it 3 times.
So, okay, that's interesting, though. So at that point, she shouldn't be allowed to use an alt account then, right? To my understanding, it's only when it's temporary?
Yeah, technically using an alt when your account is suspended for the hateful conduct suspension is a permanent suspension, and using an alt is against the terms of service. Now, she's trying to copy me, although she is a liar. She says that she has an intern. But
did you really say that already?
Yeah, well, yeah. And the question is just how much, you know, how much pork fat is being ingested by the intern. I don't know. I would assume all of it to try and fill the shoes.
And people were trying to give you some issues with your intern and laws and whatnot. But then, oh my goodness.
Yeah, rude.
Very rude. Very rude.
Very rude. Many people misgendered my intern. Several of them got temporary suspensions from Twitter.
I mean, they should. That's a huge no-no. You can't be misgendering anybody in 2019.
Big no-no. Don't do it. Don't do it at all. Actually, I'm working on a new form of English for Twitter specifically, where I don't use any pronouns.
That's a good idea.
And I would strongly recommend people look. I know the pronoun jokes can be funny, but I would strongly recommend not using any pronouns ever on Twitter. Why? Because all they have to do is change their pronouns after you make your tweet, and then say that their pronouns are in their bio.
So broken.
It's the dumbest system on earth.
Oh man.
I would strongly suggest people start working on their writing. It's a good fun exercise. Try and use no pronouns. It's really difficult, and that includes it. Can't use it.
Does it include they and them?
Yeah,
too?
I wouldn't. Yeah. Not for a second. I wouldn't use it. But this is the world that them created or whatever.
I mean, don't push it. They're going to be going to that Z0 stuff. I mean, who knows?
Yeah. No, I'm just going to avoid them. I'm going to avoid them at all costs. Siren Jag says, in Snagglepuss voice, rackets. Oh, wait. Rackets. And don't read in Snagglepuss's voice before saying it. Heavens to Megatroid. Ren's banned. Suspended even. It's not the best Snagglepuss.
I mean, I thought it was pretty good. I don't know what Snagglepuss sounds like, but it's pretty good.
Well, like that, but better. I always forget that you're so much younger. Snagglepuss, of course, an old cartoon, old Warner.
Ask me about old anime, I got you, but probably won't happen.
Okay, Kevin L says, "Hey Nick, first time super chat. Just want to say, funny cucks equals hashtag soy cried wolf." Yep. Funimation sucks. That's all I got to say about Funimation right now. Funimation, their little tweet the other day. 4 fans. 4 fans. God. Yeah, sure.
So funny.
All right. Good job, idiots. Intimidator 0108 says, "Hey Nick and Hero, how's it going tonight?" I'm good.
Oh. Doing all right, man.
You're all right, but like let's not mince words here. What happened to you today is bogus. Absolute horse cockery. It is some
BS. Absolute BS for sure. Shenanigans.
Yeah. I'm actually, I was physically angry when I found out. I was trying to buy patio furniture. I guess I could tell my patio furniture store, because that pissed me off too. The patio furniture story. I'll tell that later for fun.
There was like an issue at the store too? Like it all went down?
First of all, I went to buy, I guess I could, well, hold on. Let me read through this chat.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hope you get your strike removed on your YouTube channel, Hero, which is absolute BS. And I'm glad you liked the tweet I tagged you in on Twitter earlier today. Thanks, man.
So, wait, who's that again? Intimidator?
Intimidator0108.
Oh, sweet. Thank you, man.
Yeah. Okay, so as people who follow the channel may or may not know, back in December, we moved into a new house. And our new house has lots of deck and patio space that our old house didn't have deck and patio space. Our old house had a huge yard, but not like a finished deck or patio. We just had a little cement slab with for the grill. But now we have all this deck and patio space. So we wanted to get some furniture. So the other day I was out by myself, which is rare because, the 5 kids and all. Mm-hmm. So I'm running around and I'm like at Home Depot and Menards and all these stores, like hardware stores sell patio furniture, but they sell what could be classified as hot garbage. So I was like, where do you get good stuff? So I went to a furniture store and they actually had all this different patio furniture. Great. Really like much more comfortable than the stuff at the hardware stores. So I'm like, okay, perfect. So I walk around, lady comes up to me to talk about this stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'm looking for patio furniture that doesn't make me want to kill myself in Minecraft. And she says, well, check this stuff out. And so I go over and it's this like bamboo couch and with like a wicker sort of thing, wicker bamboo strands. And then the cushions are really comfortable. Like I sat down, I was almost instantly asleep. I was like, this is an outdoor couch? She says, yeah, it's great. I was like, this is like a real couch. This is perfect. I'm going to buy this. But I got to check with my wife and check the color and make sure everything's good. So I'm going to come back like tomorrow. So then today I go back and of course that lady's not there because furniture stores are a disaster. So I go in and and my wife sits down on the couch. She's like, this is amazing. Like this is the best outdoor couch ever.
Man.
So we pick it out. we pick out like a table and chair set and everything, and we go, and I go up to the front, and I pay for it. And it's patio furniture, man. It's it's not cheap, okay? So it is, I drop a large amount of money on patio furniture. Really excited for it. And then I had to call a client while I'm sitting at the desk, because I'm getting text messages from the opposing counsel. And he's like, "Hey, your client called me and I can't call him, so I'm calling you." So now I got to call my client and see what's going on. And it was no big deal.
Was this before you paid, like, or in the middle of it, or
I'm
after?
I'm sitting at the desk waiting for the credit card to run, right?
Man, yeah.
So then the lady is sitting, and so I get done with the client matter. The client's a friend of mine, so I'm just talking like, "Hey, I'm just buying patio furniture and stuff. Really looking forward to sitting outside. I'll invite you over. We'll shoot skeet and drink whiskey." And and so then I hang up the phone, and the lady, I've signed the receipt, right? So I have signed the receipt, and the lady says, "I noticed you said you're looking for outside furniture."
No.
That couch and chair and the other chair are not outside furniture, though. They're like for a 2 or 3 season porch.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, okay. So I'm absolutely livid.
Dude, what the heck?
You know the screaming internally meme?
Yeah.
That was me. That was me like this.
What were they thinking, man?
Well, the
salesperson and the cashier, 2 different people, right?
No. The salesperson that I had talked to the day before had said it was for outside. And in fairness to this lady, and I was not mad at this lady because I never said I was looking for outdoor furniture to her.
Right.
I had said it to the other person. And so I just assumed, because it's by the patio furniture, it's in the same like area. And I specifically talked to the lady before because I'm like, these cushions don't feel scratchy. They're not like leather or anything. It's a woven fabric. You could convince me that it's water resistant or whatever. And but it didn't feel scratchy. And the bamboo, she's like, "Oh no, the bamboo's great. It weathers the sun really well. Doesn't had no problem in the rains."
She basically gave you the whole sales spiel about it, right?
Yeah. So we had a full conversation. This was outdoor furniture, and then this other lady rescues me, right? But at the same time, I just want to throw a bus off a cliff because I've been at this store now for about an hour. And I have 4 of my children with me.
Oh, man.
And they're like being loud because they're kids and they're bored and stuff. And so now we have to scrap that and go pick out all new furniture with the clarity that this is patio furniture that we're buying that will be outside in the rain and sun and eventually snow and all that. So it took like another hour. I just, oh, man.
Oh, so at least you got to refund that purchase, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. Well, I was worried because, I put it all on a credit card. I'm like, oh, great. So they're going to have to refund this. It's going to take days to get credited back to me. And then I'll be able to buy it. And it's like, this is going to suck. This is a fortune. It's not a fortune, but for what my average spending is, this is a large purchase. And I'm like, so I got to wait. And then the lady's like, actually, no, we've run this amount, but it's not tied to anything at the store because furniture stores are still on they still handwrite out their receipts. A lot of them.
Oh God. Do they really?
So this one does, I don't know. So anyway, she was able to just take the money that was applied to the store and just, redirect it. We just shredded the old contract, wrote
Leave
up
the
a new
couch
one.
there and not touch it.
But it did cost me almost, let's see, I'm not going to get into numbers here, but about 40% more money than
outdoor stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was like a 60% increase in cost.
Oh man,
for it. It was ridiculous. But we got really, really good stuff. It'll be great when it comes here. But man,
I'm glad it worked out somewhat.
I was I was pissed. So I'm sitting there, and I got the message about your strike, your copyright strike. I got that as I had just found out that this is not outdoor furniture, and I had to start over from square one. I gotta
be honest, you might have been even more mad than I was when you found out.
Let's just say, if I was in Canada, the trashy apartment that Anime's news network is run out of would have been removed from its building with my bare hands and thrown into a volcano.
You might have been helping them out with that, by the way.
Yeah, that'd be an upgrade. At least that one guy couldn't sexually assault anybody there in the volcano. And I didn't name who it was, so that's not defamatory. It's just that one guy.
One guy.
So anyway, that's where I was. So I know I was with you. I was with you on the emotional response.
Yeah, you really were. You really were. That timing is crazy.
So I'm like, let's go to war. I went through 3 phones just typing one message. Okay, so sorry for that little aside. The DCV Titan says, remember to talk about Marzgurl. It's so hard to tell them apart. The only difference is that Kamala knows how to turn off her Nbiggin powers. Also, you are late and gay as per the usual rules. Have you seen someone photoshopped Marzgurl's arm into a swastika?
Are you kidding me?
You haven't seen this?
Okay.
I'm pulling it up. I'm gonna screen.
No, I'm being sarcastic. I did see it.
Okay. Well, good. I'm pulling it up anyway.
Okay.
We can't post this stuff on Twitter.
I mean, I don't know. Do you really think it's a good idea to show that here too? I mean, I'm just paranoid about that shit now. So
I'm not the Nazi. Marzgurl is. It's not my fault.
I mean, it's up to you. I wouldn't show that, but yeah.
I'm gonna show. There's nothing. It's obviously just humor and good fun. I don't know that she's actually got a 4-armed swastika arm.
Dude, I gotta look at the chat's reaction to this. If you're actually gonna show it.
Oh, I am. I'm
it
just.
Sounds like you are too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just getting. I'm getting a. I don't want to like dox a private chat or anything. So I'm just getting an appropriate picture here. Come on. Okay. Wow. Hold on.
Dude, the chat is having mixed feelings about this too. I don't know. Some of them agree with me. It's kind of risky. I don't know, man.
I've got it. Everything on my computer is just going to absolute trash right now. Okay. Hold on. It's coming. That's what she said. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have this. We'll just do that. And then we'll open this.
Someone's like, I'm scared.
Yeah. Well, don't be. Don't be scared. Can I zoom in? Oh, there we go. There's some zoom in action. All right, guys. Here we go. Here it is. Oh, I could screen share it. You can't see it. Hey, this way.
I can pull it up where I do have it.
Yeah. Well, just watch the chat. I suppose it's coming in just a second. They're about to be exposed to it because of the delay.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, I have the stream pulled up too. I see it on the other screen there.
There it is. There it is. I don't know what she was doing in this picture. I don't know why she would think that this is okay in 2019. Clearly an alt-right agent going on here.
Those are not her real arms though, right? That's gotta be like a man's arms or something.
No, that's her arm. It's just, look at that thing.
Jesus.
That's the real one.
I feel bad for the Avenger sign behind her.
Yeah, that's I mean, little did Marvel know they were going to be associated with Nazism in 2019. Very rude. Very rude of her to do this. And I cannot take credit. I did not make this meme. All credit goes to Tyler Jones, who died when he was hit by a cement truck years ago. But Yeah, he was able to have the foresight to make this meme.
Oh God.
Okay, so I certainly I am a friend of the state of Israel and her people, and I do not condone the Nazi actions of this rogue agent. Very, very disappointing to see her engaging in such disgusting displays of alt-rightery in 2019.
Dude, there's no way those are her arms.
That's
someone must have taken that from like.
No, that's from the source. It's from that picture. Have you not seen that picture?
It's from that picture.
Yeah, it's just that is literally the arm that's on her left hip there, just copied 3 other times.
Oh my God.
Have you seen the source picture of that?
Yeah, I've seen the picture where she was at the film or whatever.
Yeah. Go back and look at it sometime and look at those arms. I mean, they are massive. I don't even know. I don't know. You gotta watch out. You gotta watch out. She's
I'm scared, dude, for real. I'm actually scared.
When she's on the train, she's picking all of the pockets all at once. She's not even trying. It's just, like, oh, there we go.
Well, I mean, the problem with that though is you assume she can get on the train.
Oh. I didn't know you were going to be throwing shade too. I thought it was just me, but I'll take it. Okay. Let's see. We've got Angel Rin 89 says, Nick, have you seen Coolman229's newest meme video? I haven't yet.
Oh, it's good.
It's called Ty Beard, the Forbidden Lawyer. He's the same guy who made Fist of the Beard Star here on YouTube. The video is hilarious. Everyone go watch it if you haven't yet. I will watch it after the show.
It's really good, man. Yeah.
That guy's great. I love him.
He is.
I want to marry him some way. Not true. Not true. Not into that. Mike Smith says, don't want to create a Mars pattern railgun. I think that was with the butter comment and her launching through a doorway. Very dangerous. DXDKJ Ambipass Studio / Production says, hey, Hero. Sorry to hear your predicament. Just remember you can still monetize your channel using the music I'm making for you. Same for you, Super Lawyer, but you're just going to have to wait a little longer than him. Okay, sounds good, buddy.
Well, thank you, homie. I'm looking forward to that. Just to clarify, though, I have not lost monetization. It's just it's a strike, so that means I can't stream for, hopefully not too long, but we'll see. I mean, it could be up to 3 months, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's such a broken system.
It is.
Such a broken system. Skeet Meat says, yo, Phoenix Hobo Tug had Iron Liz, who used to date an autist named Linkara, aka Nasty Cockslut, on talking about CA members. You should get in touch with Liz. Linkara is part of the Kick Vic movement at Marzgurl's feet. Wait, is this actually? This can't be right. I had Liz on the show.
I missed that. I'm sorry. Was it supposed to be paying attention to that one?
No. But this guy says that Tug had Iron Liz on the show. Did Tug also have Iron Liz on the show?
Yeah, Tug had her on today.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great. Iron Liz is great. I had her on the other day when I did the Marzgurl episode. But no, it's awesome that Liz went on Tug's show to talk about Channel Awesome and the good dumpster fires that came out of Channel Awesome.
Just so you don't think I'm a liar, I have that much of the Glenlivet left.
Nice.
I'm scared of that Lagavulin, man. I'm just gonna keep running that one.
Which Lagavulin you have? The 16?
12.
Oh, you've got the 12. Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah, it is.
That hangs that oily I guess texture to it hangs out in your mouth for, it's like eating like a ghost pepper. It just stays there. There's nothing you can do about it.
It's good, but it's strong, man. It's a little too strong for me right now, I think.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Edelwolf, I'm only doing the big ones for now. I'll get to the other ones later. We read all of them unless I somehow miss one, but we're getting through the big ones first, and then we're going to talk about Hero Hei's thing, and then we'll take a break and do some more.
Sounds good.
Nivash 082891 says, I find it funny that the digital code that came with my copy of Death March from Funimation didn't work. And after a month and 3 more codes, still nothing. But my copy of Broly redeemed immediately. Get your stuff together, Funimation. Well, I hope Funimation gets its stuff packed up and goes out of business. Personally, I'm at that point.
I like that hashtag. No more funny business. That's some good shit.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's good. Scream of Cthulhu says, man, I hope Marzgurl posts invoices for the retainer fees for her lawyer. I notice her money's not going into an iota. I hope she's not pulling a grift. That would be just pathetic. Yeah, that was the thing, right? When I set up Vic's GoFundMe, the main thing I wanted to be very clear on was that the money was not in any way going to me. So I immediately suggested it was going to an iota. I didn't set up any way for me to get the money, and GoFundMe locked the account right away and said, you've set this up on behalf of someone else. We need their consent and all that stuff. So that's how I set it up. Marzgurl has set up her own GoFundMe, which means the money will go to her into her personal bank account, and then she can do whatever she wants with it. A GoFundMe is not a contract with the people donating to do what you say you're going to do. So if, for example, Marzgurl gets money and then her lawyers are like, you thought we said $1,500? No, it would be $15,000. And she's like, oh, well, now I have $5,000 to, well, I just can't pursue litigation. It's too expensive. And there's almost no way. I mean, maybe she can crowdfund it, but I think there's almost no way people support her for the actual amount required to take this suit to trial, to even filing. Because she says a $1,500 retainer. I don't believe it for a moment. Because I wouldn't do a defamation case for $1,500, and I guarantee you I'm cheaper than whoever she's hiring.
So for her saying that, do you think, like, if you retain the lawyer, does that mean she has informed them of the entire strategy? She wants to, like, go after everybody? Or do you think, like, can you retain a lawyer only providing them partial information, even though it's probably a horrible idea?
You can do whatever you want. You can just hire a lawyer to do whatever you want them to do. Mm-hmm. So, like, I could honestly hire a lawyer to take my phone calls. I'd just be paying their hourly rate if they'd be willing. Right. And many lawyers would do that. You know, they'll act as your representative or your agent and handle various affairs for you. So who knows? I want her to post those bills though, because if she found a law firm that will do this for $1,500 to start, even to start, she's either found like a very charitable law firm or she's misunderstanding. So I can't wait. I hope she says she's going to post the bills. I hope she does. That'll be funny.
I saw that update tab.
Yeah. But we'll see. Also, I'm keeping an eye on her Twitch to see if she suddenly gets a new gaming rig. But that's just me. We've got Ian Canant says TJ Maxx / Home Goods has the best stuff. We're nowhere near one of those, so that's not happening. Mythos Irving says, so they didn't completely F you, Nick. At least you wore a condom. Yes, very true. They didn't completely bone me over. And I was again, the lady I worked with today was great. It was just the lady's mistake yesterday that made me mad. And she wasn't even there for me to scream at. Oh, and the lady who rang me up, she actually still gave credit for the table and chairs to the other woman, which I thought was
like for her sale.
Yeah, like she gave her the commission on the table. She took the commission on the patio furniture that we bought, the new stuff, because she did the work there. But she gave the other lady credit on the table and chairs. If she would have asked me, I would have said, actually, I didn't talk to that lady about that table and chairs at all. So don't even give her that. But no, so she still got money off of that, which is very, very fortunate. Mad Lad says in Boris voice, I heard you are now fearless leader. Well, fearless leader, what is planned for Renfamous and Marzgurl?
That was good. Is that from Command and Conquer? That's the only Boris I know.
No,
you sound like him too.
Boris and Natasha from Rocky and Bullwinkle, Moose and Squirrel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, but what is the plan for Renfamous and Marzgurl? I don't know. I don't have one. Are you the fearless leader? who's playing for Renfamous and Marzgurl. Do you have a plan for them?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm a coward. I don't want anything to do with them. They scare me, man. They're scary. I'd run the other way, to be honest. That's a fight I don't want, man.
Well, just run the other way if there's an all-you-can-eat buffet behind you, right? You got to get that between you and them.
I might be screwed, to be honest.
Other than that, I don't know that you need to be very scared of them. In all honesty, I mean, no one needs to be sued, but if that happens, please.
I'm talking more of just if I ever had to interact with any of them in person for any reason, I think that would be rather unpleasant, and that's what scares me. Yeah.
I'm wondering if me showing up at Anime Matsuri will be enough for Renfamous to get over her boycott Anime Matsuri and show up just to tell me off, so I can call her fat in person. That's the funny thing. A lot of people think I won't say the same things to someone's face. Oh, I got news.
You don't seem like the type to not do that, but a lot of people are like that. Yeah.
I'm actually very, very nice in person, but if someone deserves my disdain, I'll give it to them flat out. And I would be courteous. I would courteously call her fat. How's that? I'd politely do so. I don't know what the method is, but yeah. 4,000-foot Siberian Llama says, "Thank you two for standing up for justice and Vic. Enjoying some Basil Hayden's. Good job, buddy. Marzgurl reminds me of the Landstriders from the Dark Crystal that the Geflings rode on. Stay strong, y'all. So embarrassed for her."
I don't even know what that is, but it sounds funny.
I don't know either. I haven't watched that movie in... how old are you?
I'm in my 20s.
Okay. It's probably...
early to mid-20s.
It's probably been longer than you've been alive since I watched The Dark Crystal, which is sad.
Maybe. I don't know. Probably not quite.
I mean...
Okay, next.
Wait, you weren't born in the 80s, and I'm pretty sure I watched it in the 80s, so maybe. We'll see. Ryan Mercado says, Marzgurl's orangutan arm is so long, she didn't need to use the long arm statute to acquire personal jurisdiction to sue you guys in California. Her orangutan arms is a substitute for the long arm statute. That can reach into any jurisdiction. No problem. No problem. Okay, well, let's talk about this. Okay, so the issue that happened to you today is, well, why don't you tell it?
Okay. Basically, almost a month ago, I did a live stream where we critiqued, it was even in the title, critique with chat, a horrible interview, in my opinion, horrible trash interview that Anime News Network had done with Vic Mignogna. And it's a public interview. It's on their website. Anyone can see it. Look it up, 2013 interview.
Who's the interviewer?
The interviewer, it was
it that Christoph weirdo?
I think it was Zach, and instead of thinking, why don't I just look it up real quick?
Yeah, that'd be great. Whoa. Marzgurl could star in an over-the-top reboot. Oh my god. Have you ever seen Over the Top, the Sylvester Stallone movie where he has to arm wrestle to save his son?
No, I haven't. That sounds pretty over the top, though.
It's great. The riff tracks for it is also very funny. But
all right, so it was Zach and Justin who interviewed Vic in that interview.
So Justin Savakis and Zach Brutsky?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. I've never even watched that interview.
Oh man, you got it when you get a chance. It's a podcast, so just listen to it. But
I heard they completely blindside him with
that's how it feels. That's how it feels when you listen to it. It's like it's kind of like that good cop, bad cop thing where they kind of ease you in with the questions and then they start, getting harder questions. Well, I guess you know how that goes. Yeah. So yeah, man, it really feels like they did some kind of thing like that. Like towards not even the middle of the interview, like maybe about 1/3 of the way through, they start getting into Vic's religion and then start questioning him all about his religion. It's really weird, honestly.
Yeah, that's what that's the real hard-hitting interview that you want to do. You really want to just question an anime actor about his religion. Very relevant.
it felt so inappropriate and it was so uncomfortable to even listen to, honestly. And so yeah, for the chat to know, so like how we did that, we played it, pause at times, comment on it, critique it. The interview was about an hour and 15 minutes long. The stream went on for about 2.5 hours. So lots of talking, lots of critiquing, lots of commentating. It wasn't like we just listened to the whole thing and that was it.
Yeah. So okay. So you did you covered the interview, live stream, lots of critiquing. I think you said the interview's about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes of playtime. Your live stream's over 2 hours long.
Yep.
You got chats coming in. You're pausing it. You're not just it's not like you sandwiched it in between some commentary, but had the whole thing in there. You're actually interspersing commentary as you're going.
Yeah, exactly. We pretty much doubled the length.
Yeah. So you've got, I mean, a very clear case of fair use, fair and transformative use. If someone wants to watch that interview, they're not watching your show for it. They're going to the interview. If someone wants, what they come to your channel for is to get Hero Hei's take on the interview.
My opinion on it. Yeah. It's trust me, if you wanted to just hear the interview, watching my stream would be a horrible way of doing it because we have not only my pausing it and commenting on it and critiquing it, but the donations are going off here and there. Some people even complained about that. They're like, man, you got to turn the donations off for the next stream because it was interrupting it so much.
Yeah, well, that everybody, never mind.
Yeah, no, the point is though, yeah, they would have a much better experience if they just listened to it.
Right, right.
If that's all they wanted.
So we're in the notion of fair use and transformative use either way, and it's absolutely ridiculous that they would go ahead and do the copy strike. So they did a copy strike on you. Does your email say when the copy strike or copy claim was submitted?
That is a good question. I don't believe it did, but I mean, I can double check real quick.
Because there was someone from Anime News Network who said that they did their first copyright claim on the 25th of April.
Yeah.
Christoph Edward, I think is the name. Unless
I think it was McDonald, I think.
Or McDonald.
Or maybe I'm mixing them up. Mixing them up. But
I can look it up. Because I've got whoops. That's Vic's GoFundMe. That's not what I was looking for. Oh my. Did I close? Yep. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I don't think it shows me the date of when it came through. But yeah, that's what I'm definitely curious about. If he was referring to me on the 25th, and it just took about a week.
Yeah, I have no idea if it would or not. But who is the guy I'm thinking of? I'm gonna pull him up. It's at ANN_ED. Yeah, Christoph McDonald.
Yeah, there we go.
The ED made me think of Edward. Christoph McDonald.
Oh yeah, the tag.
So this is Anime News Network's CEO, is who this is. So yeah, it was likely this person who did the copyright strike. I would guess.
I mean, it shows me the email of who did it, but I don't know if I'm not going to say that, I guess.
No, the email, if I remember right, says Anime News Network Incorporated.
Well, no, it actually does have a name, and then it says at animenewsnetwork.com.
Oh, and you don't want to say the name?
I mean, probably.
No, you don't have to.
I just don't want to cause any more problems, but
no
worries. I don't know if that would.
I don't think it would, but that's okay. We don't have to say it on stream.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that just to be a little safe. I mean, these people are trying to get us for anything that they really can right now. So. Yeah.
So here's the trick, of course. Any reasonable analysis of your video is going to say that's fair use. You're not infringing on the $5 of ad revenue that Anime News Network was getting from an interview that was like 3 years old, right?
I mean, bro, it's even more than that. Yeah, it's what would that be? 6 years old about?
Good Lord.
Yeah.
So and if we'll get into that in a second. But so no one's coming to watch your video for their interview. They just go find the interview. It's out there. It's publicly available. They could do that. Your video is significantly different from that source video. So why do you think, and this is speculation, Why do you think they did this? I have my theories, or maybe you'd like me to say the theories, just so you don't have to say anything about it. But
I mean, you probably have more interesting theories than I do, but as straightforward as I can put it, in my opinion, is I have a hunch that they might not have liked my critique of their interview.
Yeah,
and
which is weird because they're a network that reports on a specific community, and so they would negatively report on people like Vic Mignogna, for example. They would negatively report on shows if there was some sort of drama that happened or whatever. You know, they're telling the news, but they don't like it when it comes back around.
No, they don't. And, you know, they wouldn't have much of a reason to do this, but if they critique like one of my videos or something, it's not like I would try to take them down for it and be like, all right, well, let's see what you have to say about it. Maybe you make a good point. Maybe you don't, but it's not like I would freaking try to censor them over it. It's absurd.
Right. I would only do that if there was a legitimate copyright claim, like they just replayed your video.
Yeah.
That'd be a different thing. You don't have to comment on this, but I have heard that Anime News Network has a little bit of a reputation for stealing content from people. I don't know if you've heard that.
I actually haven't. So I'll have to look into that.
I'm definitely going to find out if that has happened.
I found something really weird one time, and I have no idea what this was all about. And it wasn't about stealing content from other people necessarily. It was in the middle of a live stream one time. I think it was back in February even. We were like talking about ANN, and it seemed like there was an article that they kind of like copy pasted from themselves. It was weird. I'm just going to say allegedly this happened because it's been a few months. Sure. But there was some weird stuff with that.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be looking into if Anime News Network has ever happened to maybe run afoul of copyright. I think that'd be very interesting if they maybe plagiarize someone else's article or video or something like that.
That would be indeed.
That's what I've heard. I can't verify it yet. But so here's how DMCA works. You and I have talked about this. Oh, I guess we should say this. We should say one of my theories. One, I think they're fighting back against the Kick Vic or the I Stand with Vic movement in general. I think this is targeted at us, and you are the opportune frontline man that they could go after.
Yeah, I could see that being a possible theory.
They know that striking you impacts your ability to earn income. By the way, guys, if you're not subscribed to Hero Hei, go subscribe to him, support his channel, show him that they can't do this. They can't do this to us like that, because make no mistake.
Thank you for that, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. But make no mistake, what the part of the purpose of this, whatever their ultimate purpose is, I definitely believe this. Maybe they legitimately think this is a copyright claim and fully intend to prosecute it, right? Maybe that's true. I believe that 0, but maybe that's true. But part of their purpose is certainly they know that a copyright strike against a YouTuber could mean up to 90 days of reducing their income, especially if any of that comes from live streams.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going after you the only way that these types of people know how to go after you. They go after your money right away. The first course of action. Anime News Network has not come out and said anything negative about any of us. But the first thing first thing they do, they go right to your wallet and they say, ha, he can't speak. And they know a way to do it, which is bogus and garbage. And they know what they're doing. So that's part of the motivation. The other part of the motivation I see, and we discussed this a little bit, is that I think they were trying to dox you.
Yeah.
They've recently.
That's a theory I can somewhat get behind for sure.
Yeah, they've recently come out in support of Marzgurl very specifically, and of course they would. That's no surprise. Marzgurl was talking about her friends, in this community, and I believe was talking with Anime News Network people as they were writing their hit piece against Vic initially. So ANN is obviously on Marzgurl's side, opposed to Vic. And so I think they were trying to dox you as one of Marzgurl's potential targets. Mm-hmm. So if you guys don't know how this works, when you get a DMCA takedown claim, YouTube takes it down. and they give you a copyright strike right away, out the gate. It's a broken, bad system. There's no review process. They just go after it. That copyright strike means you cannot live stream until the strike is resolved, either 90 days or you beat it on an appeal. So what happens, though, is to send a counter notification. To send a counter notification, you have to insert either your own information or your agent or attorney's information who's submitting on your behalf. So the calculation is that if they strike Hero Hei's channel, he can dispute it. And even if they plan to fully release the dispute, they've got now Hero Hei's name, address, phone number, email address. Now they can just go ahead and send that to Marzgurl. He's been fully doxxed. That leaks out. And then his information is either in the giant, massive hands orbiting Marzgurl, or it is leaked out to the internet. Either way.
Yeah, man, it's a very underhanded way of getting someone's information like that.
Yep, it really is. It really is. But the fortunate thing, of course, is that you happen to know an attorney, and you happen to know an attorney who is happy to go ahead and respond on your behalf, and that is me. And so I am representing Hero Hei in this counter notification action. We have sent a counter notification to Anime News Network, and since I was doing it professionally and not on behalf of myself, there's no profanity or insults in there. If it was from me, it would probably be a little bit different.
Very professional message.
Yes.
Very professional.
But no, we crafted a very professional message. We've sent them the notice that this is fair use. It's clearly fair use. And let me go ahead and append that message a little bit, because we found out you're limited on space to respond.
Yeah, they really don't give you a lot of space with that.
They don't. They don't. But let me append that message a little bit. Lens versus Universal Music Corporation. Lens versus Universal Music Corporation, a 2015 decision in the Ninth Circuit, which really matters. It was actually involving a YouTube video specifically, just so you're aware of this, Anime News Network, if you happen to see this. Lens versus Universal Music Company, 2015 decision, where the court found that the Universal Music did not do a proper good faith fair use analysis before submitting their takedown request. And they not only had to pay actual damages to the person who they did the false DMCA on, they had to pay their attorney's fees. So, Anime News Network, I would highly suggest that you go ahead and retract the copyright claim. Because if you don't, Hero Hei earns significant income from live streams. That income is actual damages. Not to mention any other damages like reputational damages, because you would technically be defaming him in saying that that he is doing copyright strike as a journalist, that he is unable to follow basic copyright principles. We could probably work a defamation per se claim in there. All of this stuff. And you would be liable for attorney's fees if we could just prove a 51% chance that you didn't do a proper fair use analysis in good faith prior to sending that strike. I don't think anybody in this case wants litigation. Way too expensive. It's not worth it for you. I'm talking to Anime News Network.
I got you.
You know it's not worth it for you to do that. So please just go ahead and remove the strike. You've got my information. You don't have Hero Hei's. You're not going to get it. I'm representing him, and you'll have to deal with me. And you don't want to do that, because just talking to me will cost you more than anything you'd want, because I'm just a codgy old pile of trash. I'm mean and nasty and standoffish, and I will happily, stubbornly represent my client to the fullest. So I would suggest it's in everybody's best interest if you release a copyright claim, because you know this is fair use, and you're potentially on the hook for attorney's fees. And my fees, I don't typically practice in copyright, but I can tell you, to represent Hero Hei, my fees would be off the charts high, because I would have to do all sorts of research to reasonably catch up and polish up on the DMCA. So that's a silly thing to do, to be involved here. We could resolve this amicably. Just remove the strike. Just remove the strike. That's the proper way to deal with this. We have the law on our side. It's in the Ninth Circuit. It was against YouTube. It's definitely relevant, and it's from 2015. Hasn't been overturned. Hasn't been superseded by anything. And if I know you're Canadian, but trust me on this one. Talk to one of your Canadian paralegals that are on your side or whatever. This would not be in your best interest. Not at all. So there we go.
I am prepared to defend myself if need be, but I would much rather they just do the right thing. So we'll see. Yeah,
and that's the beauty of this. That's the beauty of this. They have all of the power in the world to go ahead and just fix this really quickly. And if they want to talk to me about it, please send me an email. Give me a phone call. Either of those are available. And I will certainly talk to you on Hero Hei's behalf. We can work out an amicable deal. No problem. No one wants to do litigation on such a trifle video. But I tell you, a trifle video, the ad revenue on that video is not really the damages that we'd be talking about. The damages we'd be talking about is up to 90 days of lost income for Hero Hei, which would be a significant difference. That would change it from a trifle to something that would be, potentially worth a look. We'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. Messing with the streaming capabilities is no joke.
Yeah. So anyway, don't just go ahead and remove that. It'd be in everybody's best interest. If you want to call and threaten me or whatever, you could do that too. Like I'll listen to your talk about, hey, don't ever do this again, whatever. Okay, fine. Just call up. We're happy to talk to you and work this out amongst professionals. But I would strongly suggest that they do that. So here's how DMCA works for the people out there who don't know. When they file a DMCA request, YouTube takes it down, gives you the copyright strike. We talked about that. You have the opportunity to do two things. You can either reach out to them and request a retraction, or you can submit a counter notification. You request a retraction if you want to apologize and say, look, I'm really sorry that it was an accident that I infringed on your thing. Please retract it. I'll take down the video or whatever. You work it out that way. Counter notification is a little bit different, a little bit stronger. Says, look, we know that the use was fair. Fair, or that you made a mistake on your end in identifying the material that you say is infringing here. So we're going to give you this counter notice, and then YouTube gives them a time frame to produce a lawsuit, or else they'll restore the media and remove the strike. That's how it goes in this case. I don't think Anime News Network wants to sue you over this because it would cost way too much, and they'd lose. It'd be a bad lawsuit for them, and I think they know that. So
I think they do too. I mean, like we already talked about, I can definitely get behind that theory that they're trying to get my personal identifying information. It just definitely feels that way, but it's my opinion.
Yeah, and I can say with a whole lot of confidence that if that's their goal, they will not achieve it with this method.
And on that note, I do want to thank you again. And then chat, Nick has done me a great service here, so thank you so much.
Yeah, no, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Like I said, this is something I want people watching to take note of. There's been talk about infighting and this breakdown of the movement or whatever. People are going to have different opinions. We're going to be talking about. You're going to be on the show again tomorrow, with Flash and Tug, right? That's the plan.
Yeah, it should be good.
We're going to be talking about this a little more, but whatever the rumors about infighting and all this stuff is, when they come after one person in this movement, they really are. We're not an organizational structure, but we are a group of people with arms linked, right? That's how protests work. It's a bunch of people, individuals getting together, linking arms, and forming that wall and saying, no more. This is the lunacy stops here. And we are very much that way amongst the YouTube community, where we may have disagreements. We may have. I'm not aware of any I have with you, so don't mistake this, anybody.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, but when they come after one of us, they definitely come after all of us. So we have some plans to help keep Hero Hei afloat if this process is delayed. We certainly don't want to impede his income or his ability to communicate with people. So we're working on alternatives for live streams, and if that becomes necessary, obviously we'll be discussing that and letting you guys know. But when they come after any of us, they come after all of us. And this is definitely Anime News Network firing across the bow of our whole community. That's the reality here. Unfortunately, you're the guy on the bow who has to catch the cannonball. but that's that. It could have been me. It could have been Flash. It could have been Tug. It could have been anybody. They picked you. They picked your video, and they went for it. Now, for whatever combination of reasons. The one reason that is not correct is that they did not think they have a legit copyright claim on your video, in my opinion. So
yeah, I feel it.
But yeah, we're gonna talk about the fighting topic tomorrow. But more about that and talk about tomorrow's video live stream on my channel will be like a State of the Union sort of address. And a lot of people have asked me to be on that show. I'm keeping this show specifically to Hero Hei, Tug, and Yellow Flash because they're the guys I've talked to the most on this subject on my show. Now, that is not a slight to anybody else, and because I've gotten so many requests for people to be on, and I would love to talk to more people about the subject, I'm probably going to do some more shows over the next week or two to incorporate some voices I haven't interacted with that I can present to you guys. Because maybe you guys haven't seen their stuff, and we're gonna do that too. But tomorrow is just us four, because I think it was us four who kind of started this whole thing out. Or no, I think Cody from Anime Outsiders was on there because I hadn't met you yet. Hey, when the
right.
first started. But we're gonna be.
But for the most part, you're right about that, though. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll be doing the discussion tomorrow and talking about the state of the community, the state of everything. I'll be offering like the state of the lawsuits and where all that is, and we'll kind of address some of the recent drama.
I think it's going to be a really good show. I think it's something that needs to be done. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then other people who have asked me, I hear you, and I would love to have you on a show. It's just not going to be tomorrow's show. So. That being said, the next steps in the DMCA, we filed the counter notice. So now it's up to Anime News Network to go ahead and present a lawsuit or to back down. My guess is they're going to wait their full 14 days to do so. I don't imagine they're going to file a federal lawsuit for copyright infringement over that video against you, but I can always be surprised.
Yeah. I think it's good to always plan for the worst.
Yeah, and if they do, obviously, I will assist you in fighting that, either personally or I will have someone else help you. We'll figure it out. Or I'll assist and bring in an expert when needed. One of those two things. We'll get it taken care of because this would be absolutely nonsense if they decided to do that, and that's not. I really don't think that's going to happen. I think Anime News Network will make the right choice and realize that they maybe overplayed their hand a bit. We get it. It's a battle, or whatever, however you guys look at it. But no, we'll get that squished. We'll say we'll get that squished and taken care of, if need be. If we need to fight it, we fight it. But.
I gotta say really quick, something really ironic too. It's so funny. Like on the page where I got the strike, I had a little blue bar above it, like just like something YouTube puts by default, and it was like, "Hey, creator, why don't you take this survey about how YouTube is treating you?"
That's great.
It's so ironic, yeah. System's not very good. Copyright system.
Yeah, that system is really not good at all. Hold on. I've got someone just sent me a Marzgurl meme. Or not a meme, just a picture to put up. So I'm gonna share this one real quick. It might
arguably be even funnier. We'll see.
This is good. This is good. We're multicultural here. We don't want to just depict Marzgurl as a Nazi, so we've got to make sure we cover other beautiful cultures. What is that? What has happened?
I see.
Somehow I must have accidentally clicked on the wrong thing and switched the. Sorry.
Yeah.
I switched the camera or the scene in.
That's like your guest thing, right?
Yeah, that's my in studio guest. So have fun looking at my wall and just the top of my head like a weirdo. So anyway, here's the here we go. So it'll take just a second to pop up, but of course.
All right. I'm excited.
Yeah, there we go. See,
oh my God.
We're going multicultural here. We've got all the arms of Marzgurl. So enjoy that image. Those arms are definitely to scale, I think.
You must hate your viewers, man.
I love my viewers. I only expose them because I want to commiserate. I want them to commiserate with me. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure someone sent me a super chat to put that out there.
Nice.
And I'll read it eventually, but okay, here we go. I've got a couple more chats and then we can wrap up this DMCA talk here.
Do your thing.
DOG Beerus says in Red Skull's voice. I don't remember Red Skull's voice.
I'm going to run to the restroom really quick, but if a dono comes to address me, I'll be right back.
Yeah, buddy. Sounds good. In Red Skull's voice, cut off one arm and two more shall take its place. Hydra. Oh, that's perfect. That was sent perfectly. Good job. Seymour Butt says, ma'am, it's ma'am. Excuse me. It's hard for me to understand you. The Hut accent is tough for me. That's I guess that's Renfamous. Seymour Butt says, I in fact went to a daycare center called Zoomers before I started kindergarten, born in 1989. I went to a daycare center called America's Choice Daycare in Houston, Texas. And that was I was born in 1981. So America's Choice Daycare, I think it's still there. I think it's run by the teacher that I had now, and she's a nightmare of a lady. Double A says, check your Discord messages. Just sent you a fresh Mars meme to share, inspired by Borderlands 3 and our friend Automata. Okay, that's the like Vishnu or whatever Marzgurl picture that you just saw. Absolutely horrifying. You're a Claude one, Yellow Pearl, I am LH. Says, Nick, if you want to read this later, you can, but I just wanted to hear you say, it's Hamtaro time. Cushy, cushy, ticky, ticky, woo! There you go. I don't know how I'm supposed to say that, but that's how I said it. Blaine20 says, who's broadcasting on camgirls.live? I think I need to start doing that. Probably.
Hey, man, restream it.
Yeah. Restream it to Pornhub Live and Chatterbait. Yeah. My Chatterbait title would be like, never mind. I'm not even gonna say it.
Probably a good idea.
Lawyer spends 3 hours pleasuring himself on camera. That'd be the Chatterbait title. And Keck, did you send me a Discord DM too? Let me see. He did. What is this? Oh, this is Toye's weird. Have you seen Toye's leaked DM that he had with someone?
Well, that was a leaked DM. I saw something going around today. It was like literally a paragraph long.
Yeah, long like a significant paragraph.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put it up on stream because it's kind of a small image, but here's what it says. So someone called the previous message ends with Twitter, you soy-filled fool. So that's great. And then Toye
responds to what you were saying, or
Toye responds to that. who knows what the rest of that message says? It just says, Twitter, you soy-filled fool. Soye responds, we have evidence, smiley face. I do have an attorney, and it's going to be glorious. Oh, Toye. You do have an attorney, and he is a gem. He is a gem. Good luck with that. And it's going to be glorious. We will not allow the records to be sealed. No, good. Not only will they not be sealed, I will broadcast them to the world. We want everyone to know the truth. All those text messages, any text messages, any of those private messages, they're coming out.
He's really stuck on that skeleton in the closet thing you said like a month ago or whatever it was.
Yeah, the funny thing is he keeps... we're supposed to take at face value that these people who cannot stop talking would not share their damning evidence against Vic. That's what we're supposed... That's the illusion we're supposed to be under. Is that these people who have posted everything, no matter how stupid, the only thing they didn't specifically mention were the confidential investigation results, or the confidential investigation topics. They didn't mention those specifically, as far as I can tell, in public. They may have indirect messages, but not in public. That's the only thing they've kept quiet on. Everything else, a video of Vic being tackled by a bunch of girls is a video of Vic raping a bunch of girls, according to them. But that video, they got it. They're like, haha, smoking gun right here. And they immediately share it. No matter how stupid it made them look, they did that. So these people we're supposed to believe that they're just sitting on this pile of evidence. Maybe they genuinely believe that there's a bunch of stuff that hasn't been disclosed to Ty, that hasn't been disclosed to Vic, that no one knows about. But Funimation's just held on to it.
Did you see that tweet from Shane a few weeks ago where he was like,
no,
Monica
Shane,
and him? Oh, what?
Shane is such a little baby that he still has me blocked.
Oh man, really?
He's very good at making his points, which is why you never see me ridiculing Shane in his comments, because he blocks me. He says all of this stuff behind the safety of his block.
I'm shocked. You even had him on the show. He blocks you?
Rude.
My God.
He got more attention from that show. Over 100. I don't even know the most recent numbers, but within a week, over 100,000 people had watched that 3-hour live stream.
That show was golden, man.
So Shane has been witnessed by 100,000 people. I gave him more exposure than he'd ever have in his entire life. And then he returns the favor by blocking me. How unfortunate.
That is.
But yeah, what was he saying now?
Oh, he said something like, Monica and them welcome the chance to go to court.
Well, they got it.
Yeah, it was before all that, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
Can you imagine someone putting words in someone's mouth like that? Like, oh yeah, they want to go to court.
I mean, he is putting words in their mouth, which is better than him putting shoes in their mouth.
But, I mean, he only does that for himself. You know, he's got to save it.
But to be fair to Shane, Toye has, I don't know if Monica has said it, but I'm pretty sure Toye has specifically said, we can't wait to go to court, because he's apparently the dumbest person on earth. Or maybe his attorneys got them convinced that they're going to win fees from it or whatever. But
I do have to say something too.
Yeah.
You made a great point about Shane a while back when you said, like, man, I forget how you put it. It was so good though, about how let me put it this way, like, his intelligence, sometimes he's got problems with that, right? But then when he's talking about legal matters, you said
I said Shane is the dumbest person in any room he's in, except when he's discussing legal things. Then he's even dumber than himself. That's what I said.
I can't say much, but I've heard some things that he allegedly may have messed up in his line of work. I just love him.
Yeah, Shane's got, you want skeletons in your closet. Shane's got skeletons still in the living room because his closet filled up a long time ago. Okay, so anyway, let's get back to this Toye statement. We want everyone to know the truth, and if it comes out he, his lawyers, his mother, his girlfriend, also last name Beard, that's a weird coincidence, then that would be civil conspiracy and interference. What?
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, literally
I don't.
what?
First of all, if Vic has a girlfriend whose last name is Beard, I'm 99.999% sure that she is of no relation to Ty Beard, and that is, if that's even true, is literally pure coincidence. But I guess I could be surprised. I think I would know if that were the case, but maybe some like Elizabeth Warren level relation to Ty Beard.
I should pull this thing up. I forget where I saw it before though. Let's see.
What, the Shane thing?
No, the Toye thing.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I'll finish reading this. And that would be civil conspiracy and interference. First of all, I have no idea what he's talking about. There's no tortious interference, Toye, because you don't have a contract and you don't have prospective business relations that have been interfered with here. And there's no civil conspiracy because there is no tort. There's no underlying tort. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. But the great news is we can't delete data. So it will be easy to prove we didn't coordinate or conspire against him. If you think that Ty doesn't believe that he has sufficient data to raise the civil conspiracy charge already in his possession, then you're just an idiot. You're just an idiot. If they weren't confident, I think Toye doesn't. No, I know Toye doesn't realize how pleadings and legal matters work in Texas. But Texas is a notice petition state, so they don't have to play all their cards on the table. They just have to give them sufficient notice of what they're being sued for. So Ty has a mountain of evidence that he hasn't released. I guess they don't realize that every tweet of Ron Toye's in the past, since January 1, has been archived. Every tweet of Monica Rials has been archived. Every tweet of Jamie Marquis has been archived. I believe every tweet of DC Douglas has been archived. I believe every tweet of Chris Sabat, Sean Schemmel, any of these people, anyone who has said, Shannon McCormick, that voice of Boo guy, I'm pretty sure all of them, Josh Martin, I think is his name.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm pretty sure all of them have been archived. Renfamous's tweets, all been archived. All of them. So Ren, Pumpkin, if you get nostalgic over your lost Twitter account, I could probably hook you up with archives of all your old tweets so you can sit and flick your jelly bean to that if you need to.
Maybe she can make a little photo album or something. Like
yeah,
her memories,
She can scrapbook with all the free time that she's got now.
Man, put a little blue lanyard in there or whatever, right?
Yeah, just email me, girl. I got you. I'll send you the archives. all of this has been archived since like January 1. Not to mention they've got text messages, they've got emails, they've got private messages from various numbers of parties. Many more probably than Toye thinks. If Toye thinks that Ty put all of his evidence into that initial pleading, then he's Shane levels of intelligence, and that's really sad. But Toye, if he didn't think he could prove civil conspiracy from what he has, he wouldn't put it in there. The crazy thing is what else he's going to find.
You're talking about what exactly right now? Toye's thing, the DM, or
Toye's DM, where he says that that they didn't coordinate or conspire against Vic. But
would you be able to send that to me really quick or no? I mean, it's okay if not. I have it somewhere.
Yeah. Here, let me send you this link. And if this link doesn't work, let me know and I'll screen cap it. But the link should work for you. Pull that up. I sent it on Twitter. You got it?
Yeah. Yeah, it worked. Okay. What the heck?
The truth is coming for him, and it must be terrifying. I can't wait. Which I think is a little bit of pot calling kettle black.
Wait, is he saying? Is he trying to imply that if hypothetically, if the girlfriend's last name really is Beard, is he trying to imply that it would be civil conspiracy because Ty Beard and her last name's Beard, like some weird?
It sure seems like that's what he's doing.
That's how it reads, man. It's so weird. It makes no sense.
That he thinks that that one, I don't know what civil conspiracy there would be, because there's no cause of action for bringing a lawsuit. This has actually been litigated over and over and over again. The courts so respect a person's right to bring a lawsuit that they are hesitant to even label multiple lawsuits that are frivolous as harassment, even when it like clearly is. The court's still like, yeah, but you have a right to bring a lawsuit. So whatever they're trying to say here, it just doesn't make any sense.
It really doesn't. It's like almost painful to read, but it's funny at the same time.
Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, I say it all the time. How embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
How embarrassing is it to be this guy? to be Ron Toye, because I genuinely think he has no idea what he's into. What Monica has gotten him into. And
so we can read this, right? Like, I mean, we have been doing that already, I guess.
Yeah, I just read it. So
I just want to read that one part again. Yeah, it's so funny, man. Like, his girlfriend, also last name Beard. That's a weird coincidence. Then that would be civil conspiracy and interference. Like, what? I left some things out, chat, a little bit of context there, but still, like, it's I don't know, man.
Yeah, I honestly, I have no idea what he thinks he's onto.
They call us conspiracy theorists, and they're trying to put like connections of all kinds of weird stuff.
They call us conspiracy theorists because I talked about civil conspiracy, which is a cause of action.
It's like they didn't realize that. I guess.
It's a literal tort that is going on here. It's not like it's not Alex Jones conspiracy. It's not you know, whatever conspiracy. It's not flat Earth or you know, the lizard people or Pizzagate. Mm-hmm. No, this is not conspiracy theory. This is conspiracy law. And I don't know. The reality is we have a tweet from Marzgurl. Not a tweet. We have a direct message from Marzgurl way back when this started that said to someone, I don't know who she was talking to, but after we get rid of Vic, we can move on to the next person, cleaning up the anime community. That's evidence of civil conspiracy right there, that outright. Now, who's part of the conspiracy? That's a question for discovery. But there's some good evidence that a bunch of people participated in a what do they call it? What do they call it? An investigation into Vic Mignogna, and then that investigation got leaked to all sorts of conventions prior to even occurring. Prior to the investigation even occurring, we have evidence that investigation was leaked. What do you call that other than civil conspiracy? That's a company that has private information. It's agents and employees who have private information talking to a convention about this private information, and then them impacting a contract. That is civil conspiracy by definition. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's not like a weird chain of like illogical leaps. This is you would
literally in the filings.
you would kill for this evidence in any civil conspiracy case. Just like their defamatory tweets, you would kill to have 400 defamatory statements from one party. Of course.
What really kills me, man, is how you so generously give all this information out, and not only do they not listen to you, but they don't even like try to find another like they don't even look into it. It seems like they are.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, all they had to do was talk to an attorney when I told them to the first 500 times.
Mm-hmm.
When I said, you're going to get sued, you're going to get sued, you're going to get sued. I put out a list of 15 people, I believe it was. 15 people who are in real threat of having a lawsuit. And I know of that 15 people, probably at least 10 of them have been contacted by Beard Harris, Bullock and Hughes with some sort of letter, either an evidence retention letter or more. In some cases, obviously, parties have been served lawsuits. But I believe it's at least 10 of those people have been contacted specifically. I told you in advance this was coming. And if you're one of the people on that early video and you're like, I'm free, you're not free. They just haven't gotten around to you yet. But the real dumb thing is most of these people actually do know. You know, Ron and Monica got letters a long time before they were served, and they kept pretending that this wasn't real. Let's
like letters. You know, if you can't answer this, do obviously tell me.
Evidence preservation letters.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, like don't delete anything more and all that stuff.
Yeah, don't delete anything. Not just don't delete it, actively preserve it. You have a legal duty to either screenshot it, archive it, whatever you need to do to keep that information there. Now, courts are going to be flexible on how they do that. I guess if Twitter shut down the day after they got the thing, you know, they're not going to impose that legal duty. But if, you know, under normal circumstances, if they just went ahead and deleted their Twitter and didn't preserve the tweets beforehand, that would be a problem. So I know that Toye and Monica got those letters sometime like in early March.
Wow. I find this whole thing interesting. Like hypothetically, if one of them did do that, like delete their whole Twitter, what would happen? The like VIX counsel would submit a motion to the judge or what, and say like they're impeding discovery.
Oh, if they deleted everything,
yeah, like hypothetically,
after getting one of those letters, what Ty and his firm could do is they would be permitted to instruct the jury that they can take the jury or the judge that they can take a negative inference from every single deleted item.
Wow.
So you could say, look, there were 400 defamatory tweets. We sent a preservation of evidence letter. This guy deleted his entire Twitter and deleted all of those tweets, and they no longer exist. So every single one, you can take a negative inference on those tweets. You can assume they were defamatory. That's the line there. And so
it makes sense if they're trying to hide it, I guess.
Right. Because what else? Well, it wasn't defamatory, but we deleted it. Well, sure you did. Okay.
My finger slipped. I meant to hit save, not delete.
I hit delete 400 times by accident in a row, and then I confirmed
it was a weird night.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it'd be a very, very bad thing for them to do. Now, what they can do, because they also got takedown requests for these, for all these statements. Like Toye got the 400-page takedown request. You are demanded to take down all of these tweets. Because Texas has this is a very stupid law. It's the Texas Defamation Mitigation Act, where they want people to mitigate the amount of defamation that has been done. So you send this letter, and they have a requirement to remove these tweets, or remove the offending statements. And if they do that, then you don't get exemplary damages, which is, damages over and above the actual loss that you've suffered.
Is that even the case for per se defamation?
Per se defamation, your damages are presumed. So exemplary damages would just be like the punishment damages that would be on top of that. It doesn't remove any actual economic harm that you've suffered, but the exemplary damages are going to double or triple the damages amount. That's what they're going to do.
Another hypothetical for you real quick. What if someone removes those statements, but hypothetically, like it gets covered by news outlets and YouTubers, and now there's videos and articles like using that, even though the person deleted it, now it's still out there like all over.
No, they still have a duty to remove them.
Okay.
On their as to the best of their ability. If they don't, it's exemplary damages, which means all of the damage that was suffered, all of the economic loss gets either doubled or tripled generally, or the court can impose some sort of other, fine, or not fine, but they can impose some other judgment that they deem to be just. So let's say Vic suffered 100,000 damages at the hands of Ron Toye, hypothetically. So if he doesn't take down those tweets that were demanded in the letter, that 100,000 becomes 300,000.
Wow.
That's just how it goes. Or the court could pick a different amount. The court could actually decide it's worth more or less. But if they take them down, then of course the damages are mitigated, and the act has provisions for how that is reduced. I say it's a stupid act because the damage is done.
Right.
Taking them down now, taking down a tweet of Ron Toye's from February doesn't help Vic now.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the law in Texas, so they have that.
That kind of conflicts with preserving everything, though, doesn't it? So he would have to like screenshot it or archive it and then delete it, and then like he would still be able to submit it for discovery, I guess.
Yeah. So the takedown and the preservation seem to be in conflict, but with a tweet, like I said, they just have to preserve the evidence of the tweet. So you take a screenshot, you take an archive link of it, then you delete it. That's how you
makes sense. Yeah.
That's how you comply with both of those letters. Because on discovery, they get to ask about these tweets. They get to ask if they ever made the tweets. That'll be interesting to see if Ron can remember all the tweets that he made.
It would be. He makes quite a lot of them. Yeah.
And if he perjures himself on one of them and says he didn't make it, he loses.
Even if the tweet has a smiley face next to it?
Or even if the tweet has a smiley face, then he loses with a smile.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, if I ask too many questions, let me know. I just find this all interesting.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Ask anything, because, when I'm talking about these things generally, I'm just kind of speaking into the vacuum and trying to figure out what people know and don't know. So if you've got any questions on this, do not hesitate. Let me see. I don't think we have any other of the big chats that came through while we were talking about that. So do we want to move on to Renfamous and just kind of?
We could
just laugh. I don't know what to say about it.
That is what I was going to say just now. Like because I wasn't really involved in CG and all that, so I didn't even find out about her until relatively recently. So
has she
a little bit out of my area?
Has she ever come after you?
No.
Yeah, I
never made a video on her. I don't think, not even one.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Renfamous came from Comicsgate. She's a cosplayer who has been in the quote unquote convention scene in Houston, Texas, where she lives. Lauren Atencio Cooper lives in Houston, Texas. You can go find the rest of her docs on your own. I'm not gonna reveal the rest of it. But Lauren Cooper, an organizer for Boycott Anime Matsuri, according to
so she's involved with that. I didn't know that actually.
She's an organizer, which means she's an agent. Wow. And I doubt it's an organized entity. So I don't know if you know. Do you know much about legal entities?
You've refreshed my memory a little bit.
Well, you got you've got sole proprietorships. You've got
LLCs. Yeah,
you got general partnerships, LLCs, LLPs, all of those things.
Yeah, I do know about all that actually. Yeah.
Okay,
so drinks into me a little bit, but no, I'm good.
No, it's good. It's good. So Boycott Anime Matsuri, I don't think is organized in a corporate structure like an LLC or a C corporation. If it's a C corporation that they're organized as, they need to fire everybody involved. But I don't think that they're an S corp or an LLC or anything like that.
Right.
So you've got this group, which if you're not organized and there are multiple parties, you default to something called a general partnership. If you're not organized and there's one party, you're a sole proprietorship, right? But if you've got multiple people involved, you're a general partnership, which means a general partnership does not have the liability shield that an LLC or an LLP does, right? Limited liability company or limited liability.
Right. So hypothetically, if litigation came to them, they would personally, like they would have to personally, if they lost pay out of their pocket. Yeah.
Hypothetically, if Anime Matsuri were able to successfully sue Boycott Anime Matsuri for defamation, for tortious interference, literally Renfamous would be on the hook personally for the bill, because Renfamous is an agent. It was cited in a news article that I have an archive of because she didn't want her full name put out there for her own security or safety, but it was L. Cooper from Houston, Texas, which is Lauren Cooper. She's an agent of Boycott Anime Matsuri. And so in that case,
I would not want that title.
No, you don't. You don't. Because that's personal liability for whatever they do. And Boycott Anime Matsuri absolutely tortiously interferes with Anime Matsuri's contracts constantly because they brigade every single invitee, every single one. So
you heard what happened about the I forget, the Love Live VA, that they were trying to get her to cancel her appearance there
at Matsuri?
Yeah.
Is this a like an actual Japanese lady, right?
Yes, I forget her name right now, unfortunately, but yeah, she's a Japanese lady, VAs for Love Live and some other things.
Yeah.
And they were sending her messages saying like, "Don't go, it's dangerous," and that sort of thing. Well, they were trying to get people to do that allegedly.
Yeah, and they were people were sending the same message in Japanese kanji, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I saw that. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous that they would do that. But yeah, they definitely try to tortiously interfere with every single person that Anime Matsuri announces. They brigade them, and it's at the direction of Boycott Matsuri. That puts Lauren Cooper on the hook for it, which is so funny to have that. Now, I don't know if Anime Matsuri is going to do anything about it, obviously.
Just speculation.
Right. What we can do about it, of course, is we can support Anime Matsuri. You can go to their show. You can, if you can't go to the show, like it, retweet it, or whatever. Follow them on Twitter. Boost their numbers. Boost their exposure. They're people who are standing on the front line against this brigading stuff. And I know there are people who have problems with some of the past actions of John Lay, the CEO. And you have to look at those and make the decision for yourself. You do. To be honest, Anime Matsuri has had some issues with vendors claiming to not be paid. There are lawsuits out there. Those lawsuits, to my knowledge, are mostly settled, with Anime Matsuri paying the outstanding amount and paying, attorney's fees and stuff like that in various cases. When you read through the resolution of those lawsuits. And here's the thing: when you're an organization that's that big, you're going to have disputes with your vendors. You're going to have disputes with other business people. If you think that that's too bad to do business with them, I mean, that's your decision. I've looked at it. I don't have any real problems with it so far.
If I recall too, I think, and this is off memory, I might be wrong, but I think they're usually about the second biggest anime convention in the States here.
Yeah, it's huge. Last year they had something like 45,000 people.
Jeez. And this year you're going, right? You're gonna try to get down there? You're gonna go?
I'm allegedly going. I don't have the travel plans fully confirmed yet, but I've got my arrangements taken care of. And it's just a matter of getting those final pieces of the puzzle into place to make sure I'm able to go. But I would call it a 99% I'm going. I believe.
I feel it.
Yeah,
that's pretty much where I'm at too. So I'm excited. See you in person and anyone from chat.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah, Sorry. It's gonna be fun, man.
I didn't mean to step on you.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm just excited for that. Yeah, meet you guys in person, hang out. It's gonna be a great convention. And AM also, if you guys don't know, they have a YouTube channel too, and they're streaming there, giving information out. So you check them out on YouTube as well.
Fantastic. Trinity Reloads says, "Thank you guys for all the support. Can't wait for you to come to Anime Matsuri."
So, well, look at that.
Is that?
That's awesome. I think so. Yeah.
Is that Denise?
I think so. That's the same. Isn't that the same profile pic? I think
the chat thing
is so small right now.
It's really
so
tiny.
Small to see it.
If it is, I can't wait to come. Can't wait to come. Looking forward to having a good time. And I'm leaving my kids at home, which I know it'd be fun to bring my kids in the abstract. It's fun to bring your kids to an anime convention, but keeping track of 5 children running wild in a crowd of 45,000, I would be having constant heart attacks. So no, but
that's a good choice.
My wife and I were both going. We're gonna have a blast. I think. And they go late. They go like till 4 a.m. and I'm a night owl, so it's perfect.
Oh wow. I mean, if you brought your kids too, they'd be scarred for life. Seeing a bunch of weebs, man. Weebs are trash. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Obviously. Yeah.
My children they're good homeschool. They're good homeschool kids. They've no idea what is an anime. They're like, if they saw, how many like Ashes they would see walking around, or like, you know, people dressed up as Ash from Pokemon.
Yeah.
They'd go nuts. They'd be like, "That's Ash," and I'm like, "No, that's a person. That is not Ash."
Show us Pikachu.
But no. So it'll be just me and my wife. We'll be there. We'll be spending a lot of time at the convention exploring everything. I think we're going to be doing a panel of some sort, something like that. So should be fun. Come see Anime or come to Anime Matsuri if you're in the area and you can make it. I would love to meet you guys. I'd love to hang out, drink some whiskey, have a good time.
Oh yeah.
Laugh at people like Renfamous. But anyway. So yeah, but here's the ultimate thing. You never know what actually got someone kicked off of Twitter unless they reveal it, right? So I don't
like the email they get, the notice and all that.
Yeah. I don't know what tweet got Renfamous kicked off of Twitter, but I really, really, really hope it was her misgendering someone.
Yeah.
God, I hope it was.
Me too. The irony would be so sweet on that. It'd be great.
Yeah. Because that's what it was last time, except last time she was confused and misgendered herself.
Is that what?
Well,
what?
Yeah, her last permanent suspension, Twitter put her down for misgendering herself. It was to be completely fair to Renfamous, she was completely hosed over on that one. She was correcting someone else, misgendering her, and the way it was written was just a little bit weird, and it got reported, and she got tossed off for misgendering herself. It's funny because it happened, but to be charitable and respectful to the other side for a very brief moment, her fat fingers got her in trouble, and then she got it overturned. But no, this one, I have no idea why she was kicked off, but I just hope it was the misgendering thing again, because it's such a dumb thing. This misgendering thing on Twitter is the dumbest thing I can imagine.
It's so broken, man.
Yeah. And Twitter's system, you're gone. You are gone. Not your account is gone. Because that'd be punitive, right? Well, you have all these followers that you built up, but no, you lose that account and you have to start a new one. Mm-hmm. Okay, that'd be rude. No, you're gone. You as a person. And if you make any other accounts, they're all gone because you're off of Twitter. You don't have access to the world. Think about what that's saying. You don't have access to this platform that the entire world is using to communicate.
You'd be a pain in the ass.
Like, it's you know, you can choose to be off Twitter all you want, and I respect that decision. But to be thrown off of Twitter is imagine if your phone company called you up and said, after this phone call, we're disconnecting your line and you can never have another one. How do you talk to people? Imagine if the post office said, by the way, we're stopping sending you mail and you will never get another letter again. Your email server, you never get an email again. You don't get it. You can never have another email account. This is what these monolithic companies like Twitter and Facebook are becoming. They're how the world communicates. Not for better or worse, just for worse. They're how the world communicates, but they still are. What if you're have you tried contacting customer service at like an airline lately? They literally want you to tweet them. What if you're thrown off of Twitter?
Oh wow. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's crazy.
It's wild.
I mean, I know personally from what happened to me in March, like the best way to contact YouTube was on Twitter.
Yeah.
I mean,
yep.
It's kind of sad, but it's true.
It's true. They respond to tweets before they respond to emails. Mm-hmm. So it's crazy. It's crazy. So that's where we are. Being thrown off of Twitter being unpersoned from Twitter is huge, and it's going to get worse year by year until a competing platform, #Gab isn't it, is going to come around. And I don't know what that'll be. They're so entrenched, and they're the darling of every other company. Every company has invested, they invest ad revenue or ad dollars into Twitter. They invest their time into building platforms on Twitter. They're not going to want the next company. They're not going to want to join Gab. Kellogg's, Wendy's, KFC, they don't want to be on Gab. They've already put their time, effort, and money into Twitter. They don't want Twitter to go away or be replaced. There's too much money involved already. Even though Twitter doesn't really make any, they lose money, but it doesn't matter. Everybody will prop them up because it's the communication platform of 2019. Being thrown off of it is really a huge punishment. And if
I mean, it's one thing if you don't use it and then like you don't really lose anything. You don't use it, you can't use it. But if you're using it, I mean, it can be integral at some points.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's marketing for the show. Obviously, it's marketing for my law firm. Having it gone for a week was really, really difficult. I'm not going to lie. It was tough.
Yeah.
It was tough. Siren Jag says, Ren can't be a thought when you have no opportunity to hoe. Unless you count Hi Ho, like 7 dwarves. And it's sad that she's the last shot for 7 short dudes with no better options beyond each other.
I was wondering where that one was going.
That was the sneaky burn right there.
It was.
It's like they put that thing in your back and you're like, what is that? Turns out it's one of those click lighters and they just light it up.
Oof.
So your shirt's on fire. Rude Siren Jag, but I like it. Yeah, so I don't know what got Ren thrown off of Twitter. I'm absurdly happy. Couldn't have happened to a nicer person. I think it's hilarious. I do think she'll be back. I really do. And not on her.
If you look at the history, then yeah, it's a good assumption.
Yeah, I don't think she'll be back. I mean, she's on her intern account. I mean, her intern is on her account now. Whatever. Just pounding sticks of butter and lard. But I do think that she'll be back on her Renfamous account. Probably going to be about 7 to 14 days. That's what it's going to take.
Until she gets her main account back, you think, or until what?
Yeah. Okay. Until she gets her main account back, 7 to 14 days. Guys, if you ever get banned off of Twitter, don't go like defeatist and let it go. Talk to me if you ever get banned and you want to be back on. And I mean, it has to be recent though, because I think eventually they do purge your data, or they purge your ability to be on your account. But if you don't know, when you're suspended from Twitter and it's a permanent suspension, when you're in that suspended state, you can still access your account and you can still file appeals from that suspended account. So if that happens to you and you don't know what to do and you really want it back, contact me. I can give you ideas just based off of my experience. But we've got to start exploiting the loopholes that Twitter has for us, because it really can be a big deal for some people. So, well, man, I've got a bunch of chats to read, but before I do, is there anything else you wanted to talk about in regards to this stuff? Obviously, we could talk any more about your DMCA, which is complete garbage, or we could talk about anything with this Renfamous stuff, or just Vic in general, or legal stuff.
Why don't you hit some of the chats and I'll think about some legal stuff maybe, because I know we're going to do the State of the Union thing tomorrow, so we can talk about the community in general tomorrow with everybody. I don't think there's too much more to say about the DMCA stuff right now. I mean, seems like at this point we handled it pretty well, and we'll kind of
now we just have to wait. We have to wait and see.
We have our next plays. We have multiple plays to make, and we just got to see what their play is now, and we know how to handle it no matter what they do. So
yeah, and believe me, we've been expecting this. Mm-hmm. We've been expecting this to happen, and so there are multiple avenues that we can explore, and we've been thinking about this for a while. So hopefully it doesn't come to any of that, because I think the best answer is obviously Anime News Network. Your best bet is to go ahead and just rescind the copy strike. Say you made an error in your fair use analysis or whatever. You don't even have to say that. Just rescind the copy strike and just let it go.
Yeah.
Or if you don't want to do that, if you want to call me or email me and propose settlement to drop it, happy to talk to you. Happy to do so. Settlement is how lawyers live. Because if we had to go to court for everything, we would all be hanging from rafters. Make no mistake. Happy to settle this out in an amicable way that respects both parties and is mutually beneficial. So if you need to, just go ahead, give me a call. You've got my phone number. You've got my email address. If you email, you've got Hero's email address. If you email Hero, he'll forward it to me, and we'll get in contact, and we'll certainly hash this out. No reason.
I do have a question actually.
Oh yeah,
before
yeah.
we
yeah.
Well, it's about the Vic, actually about the filing, about a certain piece on there.
Right. What's up?
Yeah, vicarious liability. So that's not a cause of action?
Vicarious liability. No, vicarious liability is I mean, it's not a specific cause of action. It's how you apportion damages to a party. Okay. So Funimation would be vicariously liable for the actions of its agent.
Right. Like brings them into it, from my understanding. It did confuse me though, because under the filing it was listed with like the other cause of actions at the bottom. I guess that's normal though. Or
let me look at it. Let me pull it up and see what you're talking about, because I am drinking Duke bourbon.
I feel it. No, yeah.
Duke bourbon. It's weird because it's not super strong, but it hits me. It hits me a little bit stronger than some of the other stuff.
I've never had that. I actually haven't messed with bourbon too much in general. Yeah, I thought that was interesting, the way it was. Yeah,
here we go. I'm pulling it up.
I think it's at the very bottom of the cause of action section.
Okay, I've got it up on screen here, just because. Oh my gosh, what a disaster! Let me actually. What is happening on my computer? I think I need to reboot it. I mean, obviously not in the middle of the stream or anything. Let me.
You think they're calling you Boomer already? I mean, wait till that.
Yeah.
In the middle of the stream.
Yeah. Let me share this. Okay.
Ooh. Yeah. There we go.
Here we go. And let me pull
you
this.
Have other tabs up there. You cool with
that? Tabs up there. Oh yeah. There's only one. There's only the plaintiff cause of action. I got to shrink it just a tiny bit here.
I don't know if your internet browser tabs, but yeah.
No, this is just. I think in the background I've got Streamlabs, and then
we can see Streamlabs and we can see your internet tabs, and just let you know.
No, it's not important. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing crazy there. Okay. So down at the bottom here of the cause of actions. Vicarious liability. Okay. So that's civil conspiracy, vicarious liability. At all times relevant, Jamie, Monica, or Ronald was Funimation's employee. So this is just, I mean, this is listed in causes of action. It's not a specific cause of action, but it's just laying out the liability for all of these things. What they're going to establish here is that Funimation is, or what they're trying to establish, if I had to guess, is that Funimation is responsible for the actions of these three people because they're their employees and they're acting in the scope of their employment. So if they nail this, if they nail vicarious liability, then they all become jointly and severally liable for all of the damages. The risk, of course, being that Jamie, Monica, and Ron don't have assets that are pursuable in Texas. Like, because in Texas, your home, for example, is exempt from a lawsuit.
Interesting.
Or exempt from a judgment. But Funimation, being a business, does not get those same exemptions. So if you can put all of them on the hook, Funimation would have to pay the bill.
And then they might turn around and try to recover that from
They'd have to go after Jamie, Monica, or Ron.
Right. Okay.
So
interesting.
So that's what they're doing here, is they're just laying out the liability. It's not vicarious liability is not a tort. It's just how you apportion responsibility for payment of any judgment.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just wanted to clear that up. I figured while you were here, I might as well ask about that.
Yeah, anything. That's my job. Can I have my camera? Thank you. My camera wasn't coming back. What a disaster. We've got Ian Kanad says, is Hiro or Nick going to cosplay at Anime Matsuri as Crow or Nafumi? I'm not going in cosplay. I don't tend to get down like that. Are you going to go in cosplay?
I'll probably be Crow. I mean, I literally have this sword right here. I mean, I cosplayed at Anime Expo Crow, so I mean, now it's more fitting than ever to cosplay Crow. So yeah, I'll be cosplaying as Crow. Probably just Crow though.
There you go. Perfect. Silktone Melota Says Nick Rekieta Law, can I get a happy birthday? If not, it's all cool. The stream is enough of a gift. Well, of course you can get a happy birthday. Happy birthday, buddy. I hope it's been a good one.
You didn't ask for me, but happy birthday if it means anything.
Yeah, well, of course it means something. Of course.
Well, thank you.
You know, someone in my Discord wants to adopt you.
Oh?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know about that.
It's I believe it's a lady. I'm just saying. I believe it's a lady.
I mean, that would make it at least feasible,
yeah,
as opposed to impossible. But
so I'm just, you know, I don't know what people are up for. Andy M says, so Ren has an intern. Sure, lol. Now what does she do that someone would intern for her? You know, wouldn't that be interesting if Ren did need an intern? If Ren actually had a job that involved Twitter, that would be very, very interesting. I don't know if it's true, but it would be very, very interesting to find out. And could Twitter remove her intern if someone can prove that she doesn't have one? That's up to Twitter. I don't know. I'm not super interested in doing that. I think it'd be funny if someone else did, but I'm not going to do that. Maverick Marty says, hi there, Nick and Hey. For a breather, what are your favorite NES, SNES, Genesis, or PS1 games you grew up with? Note, roughly $10 US. Being in the Philippines for work, my Google and YouTube auto my currency to this. Well, yeah, sorry. Well, I'm reading this on stream because YouTube classifies it as a $20 level, but thanks for ruining that. No, I'm just kidding. My favorite NES game is Battletoads. Super NES game is, gosh, I don't remember the name, but it was a fighting game where you could cut their heads off.
Mortal Kombat?
No. No, you were like a barbarian. They actually had they had blocks, they had weapon blocks that would have spark effects, and you could actually do a guard break. You could kick the block away and follow up with a combo. It was pretty cool.
That's kind of cool.
I don't remember what it was called. Genesis, I didn't have a Genesis, so I don't know. And PS1 would be either Twisted Metal 1, Warhawk, or Armored Core. Those are my three.
Oh man, for PS1, it's tough to remember, but I remember loving Driver 3. I think it was Driver 3 back in the day. That was like scuffed GTA.
Yeah.
For Super, wait, what was it? SNES, right?
Yeah.
I never had an NES, but I had a SNES, and probably
Weapon Lord.
Metroid.
Sorry,
Super Metroid.
Super Metroid. Yeah. Weapon Lord was the SNES game I was talking about. Weapon Lord.
The fighting game?
Yeah, very cool fighting game.
Oh, it's not.
Kind of ahead of its time. Weapon Lord was good. Let's see. I thought of one more. One more from PlayStation 1 would be Einhander. Did you ever play Einhander?
No, it sounds kind of sick though.
Oh, it's a brutal side-scrolling space shooter. You know, in the realm of R-Type, but it was massively difficult. Good game. But Warhawk, man, that was a good PS1 game. You could barrel roll through anything. It was great.
I don't know any of those games, man.
Warhawk is the makers of Twisted Metal. You know about the Twisted Metal franchise, right?
Yeah, it's the driving one with the cars and whatnot, right?
Yeah, the
those
cars.
Really dope.
Yeah. That was Twisted Metal was great. Warhawk was the same studio that did Twisted Metal. They did Warhawk, and then they did Twisted Metal 1, and then they continued the Twisted Metal franchise, but they didn't continue Warhawk. Warhawk was a fun game though. Really good. Just as it was a third person behind the ship space shooter. You're following your ship around, and it was good. Good game. Okay. Well, let's go through these chats. They're voluminous. And if you have anything that pops into your head during these, feel free to interrupt. And if you have to go, feel free to go. I don't want to keep you, but
I will go in a little bit to use the restroom, but I'll still be here for about 30 minutes.
Sweet deal. Okay, so Eduardo Ramirez says, "Don't worry, Nick. Sargon of Applebee's will save us." Gamergate 4 is just on the horizon, guys. If we could just get Trump to tweet about it, we'll be set. I heard he's getting. Do you follow Sargon at all?
I'm following a little bit with like the MEP stuff and all that.
Yeah, I have. Let me be very clear. I like Sargon just fine. I like to make fun of him a little bit, but I find him to be a very interesting guy. And I like his content. Okay, so I'm not like dumping on Sargon, but I heard he's getting absolutely smoked in the elections. Like his,
that I don't know about. I mean, well, not like I'm disagreeing. I just haven't looked at the analytics or anything behind that. Really, I've been following it like very loosely because I haven't known about Sargon for very long, but trying to stay in the know about some of that stuff.
yeah, I mean, I've watched his videos for years. He makes me laugh. I have no ill will towards him, but it is interesting him becoming this like politician.
Mm-hmm.
After being a YouTuber. And I think that's the worst thing you can do.
Oh.
Just because when you put out as much content as Sargon has over the years, you're going to have stuff that can be just cherry picked and used against you. Like when you call a bunch of people N-words all the time, constantly in one stream, it'll like be brought up. Or when you say
hundreds of streams or thousands of streams.
Yeah. Or when you answer the question of, is what is the age of consent for the child, and you say, well, it depends on the child. Well, no, it doesn't. That's the whole point of the age of consent, is that it doesn't depend on the child. When you have stuff like that, though, the news will not take it charitably. Again, whatever your opinions of Sargon, and mine are just fine. They're high. I laugh at everybody. I laugh at me, laugh at my wife, laugh at my parents when there's something worth laughing at. So don't mistake my chuckling and laughing for some sort of like despising. I like Sargon, but like the fact that he thought he could run as a UKIP politician and not have his N-word comments brought up and not have the depends on the child be skewed into him advocating for pedophilia, like is mind blowing to me that he thought that would work and that UKIP thought it would work. But it's kind of funny to watch as a disaster. Oh, and also to realize that I will never, ever be able to run for office, ever. Because so they'll just pull up the clip of me showing Marzgurl's Nazi arms.
Try spinning it in, right?
Game over, man. Game over.
Yeah, this on the show, he is, well, they already labeled you all that stuff, and me too, so I mean.
Oh, yeah, it's done. The moment I talked about the first case, it was over, and that's okay. Okay. Blaine20 says, Trump voice, that was the softest of balls. The softest of soft. Really soft balls. Tremendously soft balls.
That's pretty good.
Blaine20 says, behind and behind, winky face. That's latent gay, I think. And then he says, all right. Hey there. Hey there.
Blaine20 is funny, man.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Spicy Orihara says, Tug couldn't say my name correctly, so if you do, you win. Don't let me down. Spicy Orihara.
That's pretty good. Wait, how's it spelled, the Urahara part?
It's Oryhara.
Oh, wow. Wait, Oryhara?
Yeah.
I have no idea. No idea.
I'm going with Orihara. Spicy
Pretty
Orihara.
Sounds good.
Let's see. Blaine20 says, check out Raven's games and blogs on YouTube. Sometime outside of Nick's stream time, of course. There you go. Edelwolf says, Hail Cult of Warski. All of the skulls. I got to check in on Andy. I've heard things are not going great. Sakaki Onsai says, postponed and Spacied. Oh, come on. God of Plague says, Nick, you're objection. Sub Honor Guard says, fashionably gay. Blaine20 says, delayed at gate gay. Steve Shitty says, first super chat. Thank you. Good job, everyone, on harpooning a blue whale. Also latent gay.
Is it all from the beginning still?
Yeah, these are from the beginning. Well,
wow.
what I do is...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You get like the 20s?
Yeah, I've read all the 20s.
Okay.
So these are like the 2, 5s, and 10s or whatever from the beginning.
Gotcha.
Hated a 7 DTD says, I know you like cats. What about dogs? Tell us more, please. I'm not the biggest dog fan. And the reason I'm not the biggest dog fan is because dogs don't, like, a cat will just exist on its own. Like, it'll kill things and eat it. It'll poop in a litter box or whatever. You can leave a cat for like a week and the cat will be alive when you get home. If you leave a dog for a week, your house is destroyed with dog crap everywhere and the dog might be dead. I have to leave too much for that.
I mean, I love dogs, but you're not wrong about that.
Don Palmera says, come on, Nick, don't repeat the same BS about Sargon. He has his faults, but the pedo apologetic stuff is an outright lie. No, I know it's an outright lie. I know exactly what he was saying with the depends on the child thing. It wasn't me criticizing his comment or thought exercise or whatever. It was me criticizing his thought that wouldn't come back in the most negative way from the media. Okay? The media doesn't have charity for a thought exercise from a politician. They just don't. So don't mistake me. Again, I like Sargon just fine. I really do. He's great. Take the piss out of him, but try to be better than the screamers on Twitter. No, and I'm not ripping on Sargon for his comments at all. I understand. I think I disagree with what he's saying. I mean, the whole purpose of statutory rape laws is that it doesn't depend on the age of the child. But I know what he was saying. He was talking in the same vein that Milo was, right? Milo was saying that for him, he felt that at the time that he was able to consent just fine. That wasn't a commentary on whether it's appropriate to sleep with kids of various ages. He was talking about his own experience and what his perspective was being underage at that time. And I know that Sargon is intellectually or whatever approaching that problem. Again, it's not a criticism of his comments. It's a criticism of the thought that wouldn't come back in the worst way possible for him. It's a commentary on the state of the media and the state of these elections. Again, Sargon's fine. I'm a little miffed at Sargon for telling me to email him and never responding to my email about coming on the show. But, what do you do? But it's still
a great show, man.
I still like him. Okay. Slushy says, love the streams, especially when you Thanos snap people with facts and logic. Be gone, thought. That's to Renfamous. Thanks, buddy. Let's see. Here we go. What do we got next? Angel Rin 89 says tardy and not heterosexual. Above average Peen Jeremy says law firm of late and gay boomer incorporated. Unknown Watcher says welcome to Boomer Law. I'm your host, Captain Ahab. I did not get Ren terminated from Twitter. I did not report Ren at all. Sorry. I would have because you made these rules, you dumb idiot. I would have absolutely reported you. Because I know you report me constantly, so you can drink all of the bleach that you need to deal with that one. Someone else got to it first, so I don't want to claim any credit. DLC Forces says the hero war chest. Well, we'll see. Right now, hero is not in need of a war chest as far as the lawsuit or the DMCA is concerned, at least to my knowledge. But
right now it's not there yet. I mean, hopefully it won't get there.
Yeah, but, we don't want to deal with that at all.
Like I said multiple times, hopefully they just do the right thing, really.
Oh, and let me be clear, like I'm representing you pro bono. There's no I'm not like taking money from Hero or anything for this. And I would I wouldn't do that.
He's been very generous and kind.
So no, we don't. Hopefully, we don't need a war chest at any point. But and hopefully, we can get your income restored as fast as possible.
That's what I'd like. Yeah.
Yeah. Hated 7 DTD. Thank you for the donation. Let's see. We've got the Flying Lemur. Thank you for the donation. The Blur says because of you, I'm now interested in law. Thanks. That's my goal. Get people interested in law. Andrew War Snowboard says beached whale equals beached whale, but the second one has profanity in it.
On the note about the law dono, or you're in the middle of one right now, or not?
No, go ahead.
The law dono. It's so funny because I know myself, and probably I can say for a lot of people, like you have helped us learn a lot about it. And it's funny how some of the people that need that knowledge the most just don't listen to you.
Yeah.
or you're full of crap or something. Like
it's funny to me. It's okay. I love winning arguments on Twitter. The one today, this Abel this guy named Abel, guy, girl. I don't know. I don't know if he's trans or just a cross-dresser when he cosplays. I literally don't know. So I don't know what the pronouns are. But Abel something was talking about how that there must be an investigation beyond the 3 incidents that are mentioned in the complaint. And I said, well, basically I said, even if there is, Sony didn't follow the Texas government's white paper on how to do an investigation, which means that even if they did that, even if they did investigate, but they didn't follow the white paper, you can use that to call into question the credibility of any investigation. You can just say, look, the government has laid out the steps for a harassment investigation in Texas, and they flat out say, this is what we want to see. You didn't do it. How can we call this a credible investigation? This looks like a witch hunt. So you call into question the credibility. So I bring that up in different words, obviously, but I bring that up, and then they're like, says the person not licensed to practice law in Texas. Like, well, okay, you're not licensed to practice law anywhere, and this isn't a Texas law question. This is how you attack evidence, right? This is just, no matter where you are. Pro tip: if there's a sexual harassment or harassment investigation that happened at work, go ahead and Google to find out if your state has a white paper on how to conduct a workplace investigation into harassment. And if they didn't follow it, a trial strategy would be, this investigation needs to be excluded from evidence because they didn't follow the government guidelines on how to do it. This is not radical thinking. This is not Texas law. This is how you would practice law in any state, and how you would challenge the proposed evidence of, well, we have this investigation saying he did this, this, and this. Well, that's weird. You didn't talk to him about it. Why didn't you do that? Well, why wouldn't you do that? It says right here in the white paper, Texas government has put out on how employers should do employee investigations for harassment. It says it should be objective, which means you should definitely get both sides of the story. Isn't that the definition of objective, is having the full, complete picture? Wouldn't you agree? No. Why not? Right? Obviously, they would have to say, well, yes, objective would mean having a complete picture. And then what do? Well, we don't. Well, then why didn't you do it here? Why didn't you do it here? Well, we thought, yeah, but the white paper says you need to do it this way. It's just how you challenge the credibility of the evidence. And this would not, you'd make a motion in limine to remove the evidence so that the jury never even knew it existed. The jury would only be able to rule on the 3 investigations that they actually did with even a hint of objectivity. If that'll be included in evidence. That's still an open question.
So I'm assuming this guy or whatever ended up blocking you.
No, just deleted the comments and accused me of targeted harassment. So.
Yeah, that was my second guess. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, so there you go. Next we have Dima P. Thanks for the donation. Wingers 012 says, finally she got what she deserved, though would have preferred permanent ban. Right now it is a permanent ban. That's what they look like. This looks like a permanent ban. The suspension. They're not, she'll have a chance to appeal it, but for now it is very much, it's the same permanent ban that I got. Takaki Onsai says, the Orca gone for a while. Shane James Lee Holmberg finally outing himself, and Hirohei taking a chainsaw to Chris McDonald's idiocy. Good day. Good day. Did Shane actually come out as James Lee? Like that was pretty obvious. That
the latest I saw, he didn't confirm that, but I haven't looked at it in 4 hours or so.
Yeah, who knows? I started just calling him Shane over and over, and dropping Shane memes on him. It seemed to get under his skin a bit. So who knows whether he is Shane or not? I don't care.
If that is Shane, he
it adds
seems a little more wittier than usual. To be honest,
he seems a little what?
Little wittier than usual.
Oh, yeah.
Which is not saying much.
Yeah, Shane.
Because Jake really wasn't witty at all.
Shane was doing better. As his alt at being himself. Shadow Scar Knight says, isn't it amusing how the more these cry bullies misbehave, the more they prop themselves up for legal action to be taken against them. Hero Hey, I'll support you, Yellow Flash, and Tug, and anyone else like I've done for Vic if it comes to that level.
Thank you for having our backs.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Kenneth Campos, thank you for the donation. Malachi Tomlinson says, why can't we carry guns across state lines? U.S. Constitution at 4-1. Yeah, that's a good question. We should be able to. It's one of those weird things where guns are a second class right in the modern era. Ink Penification says, you know how you retweeted my friend's creation of you on Soul Calibur 6? My friend also did one for Ty Beard. Oh, great. I'll have to find it and retweet that. That's great. Tug says, hey there.
Hey, what's up, Tug?
Hey, Tug, 2 hours ago. Sorry, buddy.
You're still here. What's up?
Yeah, if you're still around, hey, what's up, buddy? Hentai MH says, Renfamous, ban them from Twitter. Twitter, no you. The Flying Lemur, thanks for the donation. Tug says, quick, Rekieta, ask Jim if Tug can come on. Jim, can Tug come on?
That is meta right there.
Yeah, there you go. The DJD show says, ho there, aloha boomer and hero hey.
Yo.
Elijah Tubert, Elliot Tubert, not Elijah. Elliot Jubert says, quick, check to see if the Dallas World Aquarium added a whale exhibit. Did you see that?
No, what are you talking about?
Renfamous tweeted out that she was looking for a comic shop, and some guy responded to her and says, I think you'd be more at home at the Dallas World Aquarium.
Yeah, I heard this on your stream, I think last night, right?
And then the aquarium liked the tweet. Oh, God, perfect.
Dude, that's the funniest thing, bro.
Perfect.
I can't believe that happened. Yeah, I was watching you last night when you went over that.
Yeah, someone mentioned that. Oh God, it was good. And I saw it. I think on Kiwi Farms they have it listed.
That's so good.
So Cool Boy says, follow up from yesterday. Supergirl is indeed a clout chaser. Almost all her videos is just clipping your streams, and she was complaining in your chat yesterday that you did not include her in Friday's stream. Begone thought. Well, if Supergirl is upset that I didn't include her in the Friday stream, I apologize. That's not, it's not personal. Like I said, I'm going to be following up on more streams with different people, and she would certainly be invited on one of those. But Supergirl has full permission to clip my streams. I have no problem with that. I want to be very clear. I'm 99% sure she asked me a long time ago, and I said, go ahead.
I might be mistaken too, but I watch some of her highlights sometimes because it's helpful sometimes if I miss the full stream.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've ever seen an ad on her channel. I might be wrong, but I don't think her channel's even monetized. So
yeah, and monetized or not, it really does not bother me. And all of the clip channels, like as long as you go ahead and like link the video you did, and I ask people to please just let me know if they're going to clip my show, I don't mind, because I don't have time to clip the show. I really don't. And so if other people do it, I see it as cross marketing, and it might get out to someone else who would then be attracted to come to one of the live shows. It really doesn't bother me. And I have nothing against Marzgurl, and if she's mad that she's not on
Marzgurl,
or not Marzgurl, I have lots against Marzgurl. I have nothing against. Sorry, that's the liquor.
It's that tooth, man.
I have nothing against Supergirl, and if she's mad that she's not on Friday's show, a lot of people aren't on Friday's show, and it's not personal, but she'll be invited onto one of the follow-up shows for sure. Whether she wants to come or not, that's up to her. These Hands says, even if you run over protesters in armored vehicles, imprison your political opponents, starve the vast majority of your populace, it's okay because it wasn't real socialism. Press F for Venezuela. Good job. Judas Priest says, your theme song is Judas Priest, The Prophecy. I am Nostradamus. Do you believe? I am Nostradamus that I conceive. I am Nostradamus, the hand of fate. I am Nostradamus with love and hate. Thanks, buddy. These Hands says, that was Judas Priest donating right there. So thanks, Judas, for being in the chat. These Hands says, what do Renfamous and an empty candy wrapper have in common? They both qualify as garbage.
Great. To the point.
Man of Martin says, I call everyone boss or captain. People want to dictate my language, then they must be a boss or officer. It pisses me off more than you know. Dictating language is no place in this stuff. Barb Rogers says, your boy Zach has 100,000 plus subs now, and Ren is festering on the beach with seagulls picking her eyes out. It's a great day. We are winning. Drink. Here you go. I boomered that one.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen you cough.
I breathed in the Duke.
Oh, yeah.
I had like a weird hiccup while swallowing. I'm dying.
Hey, well, at least you got the cheers in there.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and struggle through this one. Okay. Sorry, Ian. Let's see. No, Darkmirth says, I suggested using non-gender titles a while ago, Nick, like honorable twit user and so. So here it is again. I like killing them with fake smiles. So does Ron Toye.
Oh God, man. Yeah, that's so funny. I love that. I love that meme about the smileys. I mean, I guess it's not really a meme. It's just reality.
It's honestly. It's just how he literally is. It's great. It's great.
Did you ever see him post that like reasoning behind it?
The smileys? No.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, I gotta find that somehow. There's got to be an archive or something. He posted, dude. I don't want to. I really don't remember what he said at all, to be honest. It was something like paraphrased greatly. It's for something like helping him keep like a level head, like his mental state or something, man. Like he actually has something behind it.
That's his coping mechanism is
like,
emojis?
Kind of, yeah. I gotta find exactly what he said though. It was funny. If I find it, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, that was like the joke. The joke was that he was doing the smiley faces just to show the world that he wasn't ripping at the seams.
A little compensation, a little bit like, it's all good. But
oh God.
I gotta find that.
They could have avoided all of it. They would have just listened. Okay. While you look for that, Rodent Slayer says 3 hours left. This is 2 hours ago. 1 hour left to back A Song of Mice and Fur on Indiegogo. Fantasy meets Calvin and Hobbes. Dog and cat lords fight for the right to rule the rats. There you go. KMC Skunknet says, hey, Nick and Hero, going to Vic's Risenbull dinner.
Oh, sick.
Are you going to Vic's Risenbull dinner?
Is that going to be a thing at AM?
Yeah, it's at Anime Matsuri. I don't know. I think I'm going.
I don't see why I wouldn't be going. I mean,
yeah.
As far as I know, I don't see a reason why not. I mean, I haven't looked at the schedule or anything for AM yet, but yeah, man. I mean, sure, I'll try to get down there. I don't see why not for that specifically.
Yeah. So there you go. I believe I'll be there, but that's I guess it ultimately depends on travel itinerary, but I think so. 6660 Leon says, how about we use Schklim Schklur? I'm going to just avoid all pronouns, even weird ones. Alexandro Jimenez, thank you for the donation. Mythos Irving, I read that one. Oh, wait. No, I read that one. Mr. Leon, thank you for the donation. Sakaki Onsai says, Nick as Hulk, confirmed. Mr. Leon says, Nick, no, this is what they will use for defamation. What's that? Oh, are you talking about the Marzgurl, the arms, the Nazi arms? I hope so. If I get sued by Marzgurl and that Nazi arm thing comes in, I'll have done my job on the earth. That if that is entered into evidence, a meme of her with a swastika arms.
Oh man, you think well, actually, never mind. I'm not gonna ask that.
My voice will be complete. Rando number 9 says Heil Hortler. Okay. Emery Kalam says Marzgurl Swaz looks like a Lena Dunham windmill. Oh, Lena Dunham windmill. There you go. Vash Lancet says Marzgurl giving even Nazis a bad name. Karoku says, remember kids, Marzgurl says Hail Hydra. Yamafan1 says, has she seen this yet? I can only imagine her whiny response. I don't know, but I imagine it's going to be on Pretty Ugly Little Liars later tonight with them freaking out about the brutal offense against 5-armed women or whatever. Jesse Trevino says, ask her if she's related to Slenderman. Not a Bug says, this is even creepier than the original. Ale Mario 91 says, Thursdays are my girlfriend's night out. Love stream timing. Perfect. I'm glad. Skeet Need says, I felt bad for you at first, but once you mentioned shooting Skeet, I felt offended and realized you're a racist troll hater. F your Patio, and I hope your Patio freezes in the 9th ring of hell.
Oh, man.
Rude. Talbot Link says, reach is the greatest advantage in a fight. Marzgurl got that covered. Anime Moon says, Marzgurl is armed and very dangerous. Ear Juice says, Jarbo the Hutt behind the music live this weekend. I sent you an email, Nick, if you can make a post, as I got banned off Twitter after only 8 weeks. Yeah, I'm gonna tweet it out. I'm waiting till tomorrow because I think it's on Saturday, and I don't want it to just get lost in the miasma of my other tweets. Lil Poo Poo says, what you gonna do, brother, when Marzgurl's 24-inch python arms and Marzamania run wild on you? Sketches.
Whoa, what? Wait. Oh, sorry. Never mind.
What you got? Anything?
I thought Ron followed me on Twitter. I was like, what the frick? But then I saw it was the stock account.
Ron Soye.
Yeah, I'm still trying to find this thing to show you, man. It's so funny. But yeah, it was the Ron Soye. Dude, for a second, that creeped me out.
Ron Soye is such a convincing parody that people believe it's Toye all the time.
It literally just got me again right now, and I'm seeing it like over and over.
Yeah. Sketchosaur Rex, excuse me, says, sent you and EVS a screenshot that might interest Ty. Okay, I'll check it out. SM Scorx 89 says, Toy Bounty Hunter plans to have Micah Curtis on his show next week. My question is, when are you guys going to have Lord Cat on your show? I don't have a line to Lord Cat.
Me neither, really.
So
I do a show with Micah. That was fun. I mean, whoever he would get me in touch with, I'm probably down. So
yeah, not opposed to Lord Cat. I don't have any way to talk to him. So there you go. Clapton Fan 951 says, I love this channel. My girlfriend is in business law. TYNR, which I assume means thank you, Nick Rekieta. Oh, you're welcome. I'm going to take it that way, whatever it means. Chaotic Vic says, Chuck E. Cheese scraps animatronics. Mars lost job. Nightsuke says, once people stop using pronouns on Twitter, they'll need something else to be mad about. Do not use any color words too. Race will become the new spectrum. Well, they're on a spectrum. Travis Matthias says, Marzgurl could star in an over-the-top reboot. Oh, I read that one earlier because it was funny. And I saw it. Not a Bug says, Marzgurl's swash arms are even scarier than the original it's derived from, if at all possible. There's not enough bleach in the world to cleanse mine eyes. Lowbreaker says, Nick, I'm fat. That thing's an abomination to the concept of obesity. Kill it with effing fire in Minecraft. Okay, I have to do something here. To be clear, I have nothing against fatness, overweightness, or obesity. I have nothing against it. The only reason I actually fat shame Marzgurl, Renfamous, and other people is because it bothers them. It's just coincidental that it's fat, right? That bothers them so stinking much, and it gets an immediate response from all their little orbiters. That was a fat joke. It gets an immediate response from all these little orbiters and thirsty boys. That's the whole purpose behind it. There's no malice towards actual fat people. So if you happen to be overweight, that's your issue to deal with. I have nothing against it. I don't tell people how to live their lives. And I know that some people don't actually have the easiest level of control over it. So I'm just laughing because it bothers them specifically. So yeah, kill it with effing fire in Minecraft. Oh, well, yeah, I agree. DOG, Tillip says, despite being 5'2", there's not a single step stool in Marzgurl's home.
Man, I'm missing such good commentary here. I gotta stop looking for this thing in a second.
SM Scork says, send that ANN podcast to Ty Beard. I'm sure he already has it, but I'll double check.
It's good.
Dusk Dovaklin says, reboot. A bootleg would be more accurate for Marzgurl to be in, considering the way she acts and tweets. ERB Beta Patch, thanks for the donations. Seymour Butts, I read that one. Echo the Mel, thank you for the donation. Cody Byer says, hey, Nick, check your DM, sent you a request. We'll check it out, buddy. Automata says, keep in mind that I believe you can still receive super chats through videos with a scheduled premiere when under a strike. Ooh. You can do that, I believe.
Ooh, That is actually a interesting idea. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I don't see why I wouldn't be able to because that's not streaming.
You can do the premieres, but it's a little bit weird because it's pre-recorded and you're in the chat. But yeah,
I mean that's not like what's the word I'm looking for? You know the word I'm looking for? It's not really going to make up for that, but it's a good idea though. Like to offset some of the lost revenue for sure. Thank you for that idea.
Yeah, absolutely. Ice Baron 2015 says, for Hero, careful ANN, your Vegeta is showing. Let's see. Mazzy Dota, thank you for the donation. Judson Co, thank you. Dread Clown says, I think I saw Marzgurl, Pridemore, and Renfamous meeting up at a con the other day. I snapped a picture. Can you confirm? Oh, come on. I know what this is.
You about to get trolled.
Yeah, this is... I believe this Zero, inherently. Can I get... Hold on. I gotta see if this is something I should put on the stream. Yep.
I wonder if he deleted this. It's not archived.
He could have. Here you go, guys. There it is. There's Renfamous, Marzgurl, and Jesse Pridemore, which I think would be Renfamous on the right, Pridemore in the middle, and Marzgurl on the left. There you go. In full cosplay. Absolutely disgusting. All right, I'm pulling that down because that'll haunt my nightmares. Thank you.
Somehow I didn't even see it, and I have the stream playing, so
it should be coming. It should be coming. I think.
Oh yeah, I see. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah. Enough of that.
Yeah, that was really that was
slide in from the corner of the screen there.
It was dishearteningly horrifying.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Ice. Wait, no. Jack of a Few Games says, song suggestion, Gods of War by Manowar. All these lawsuits and legal action bring on a good war song. No, I don't like to... Hero Hei is a perfect example of this. I don't like to play other people's content because I know we're all on the chopping block for a strike. Mm-hmm. So I try not to play any music unless I have specific permission from the artist and I know they're friendly. And I try not to even bring up other, like tweets and articles and stuff too much because these people are abusing the system, frankly.
They are. You got to be safe. So someone on Discord actually DM'd me. Thank you, Ark. I guess you're watching. Yo, thank you for that. I'm gonna DM you the link to this archive.
Yeah.
You can take a look.
Yeah,
it'll be easier than me screen sharing.
Sending it on Twitter.
Yeah, I'll DM you. You're gonna like this. Oh man, it's weird, man. There's a few things in there.
Okay, here we go. It just popped up.
Perfect.
Where's the actual DM?
Wait, you don't see it?
It's just literally blank. Hold on. Let me refresh.
What the heck?
My browser's being really weird. Here we go. Okay. It's just having problem like rendering the thumbnail for it.
I gotcha.
No, come on. Oh, we're gonna read this. I'm
yes,
stopping scrolling. I'm stopping scrolling. We're doing it live. Live. Let me. I'm gonna pull this up on the full screen share.
Oh man,
I'm
glad you haven't seen this. No, I'm stoked. Yeah,
this is
funny as shit.
This is ridiculous. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure it's centered on my Streamlabs here. Here we go. All right. Do you want to know why I use the smiley emoji? Here you go. He's being candid. No joke. Hold on. I'm going to focus this on my screen for a second.
Yeah.
No joke. I have these up in my office to remind myself what to work on. I use the smiley to show I am not upset. It's the disc test. I'm a very high D. Well, no one believes that. Let's see. D style.
Oh, he highlighted it too, like some stuff.
Yeah. So down at the bottom here, it says overuses impatience, egotism, manipulation. No kidding, Ron. Under pressure becomes aggressive, overpowers others. Well, that's a little charitable, I think. I'm not sure.
Oh my God.
I'm not sure that manlet is overpowering anybody, but definitely becomes aggressive, like a caged bottle of tofu. Fears loss of power. I don't believe that at all, because I'm pretty sure the cuck thing is 100% true.
Yeah.
But influences the others by charm and bold action.
Oh my God.
Judges others by confidence and influence. Well, Ron, that can't. I'm doubting this more and more, because Ron judges me not by influence at all. Because if Ron was judging me by influence, he would definitely see that I am severely wrecking his.
Keep in mind, these are things he has to remind himself to follow, I guess, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So,
I guess. But
I mean, I guess too. I don't really know.
yeah. Oh man, let's see what else he's got here.
Yeah, I just couldn't believe that. Like the fact that the smileys, he actually tried to like say it was a thing, you know? Like there's a reason behind it.
Okay, here we go. Does he have more?
I think that's like most
here
of
we
good
go.
stuff. Oh yeah, that's
Another
right.
picture. Areas for continual improvement. Look at me daily. To beat the best, you must be the best. The reminder: this is as he's selling mortgages to poor people.
Dude, he must never look at this thing. Like he probably walks right by it.
Yeah. Here are a few items that could become problematic for you if not acknowledged or known. Your awareness of the potentials below is your best step in making sure they remain only potential problems. Due to your behavioral style, you may tend to easily become restless and impatient with overly complex processes or slow-moving work. Oh, good luck dealing with that lawsuit. Be a selective listener, hearing only what you want to hear at times. Come on, Ron. Sometimes you overuse an ends justify the means perspective. This has nailed him. How is he not self-aware on this?
This is some gold, right? This is funny.
I like what he super extra highlighted.
Yeah, right? It's like a mild yellow and then like a bright yellow.
Be somewhat intimidating to others due to your aggressiveness and dominance. Again, I press X to doubt on his effectiveness. I think maybe he's trying to be intimidating. Like when he threatened me. He's threatened me twice. I don't know if you know this.
Like what do you mean?
Well,
like threaten how?
I made that video about Monica Rial getting Todd Habercorn kicked off of a panel at ZenkaiCon.
Uh-huh.
And he said, I have 48 hours to retract that statement. Which he didn't say what would happen after 48 hours. Nothing seems to have manifested. And Ron, I've got the text messages. Come on. Don't play this game. Don't play this.
Like wait, texting like you, or if you can say like what?
I'm not going to go any further than I've got the text messages, and if he were to try and raise that against me, it would be utterly devastating to them.
Oh wow.
So, but yeah, and then he threatened me a second time by saying that once this Vic stuff is worked out or whatever, then they'll deal with Nick.
No way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe that was just getting me thrown off of Twitter. Maybe that's what it was. But you know, good luck.
I mean, the Vic stuff isn't done yet, though. So
the Vic stuff is not done yet, and I can confidently tell you, I can back up everything I say. And the sad thing is, I think he knows it. But this explains it, right? He's trying to be intimidating due to his aggressiveness and becoming angry and belligerent under pressure when threatened.
Can we also just acknowledge how the one above the areas for continual improvement, he has literally like pasted on his monitor, like his computer monitor. It's like always looking at it.
Yeah, this one up here, that's hanging out at the bottom of his screen there, y'all.
Jeez.
And then not sensitive enough to others' needs, lack some follow through with details or loose ends, lose interest in the project or initiative once the challenge is gone. It has become more of a routine. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't. That's all he says there. That is that is shockingly accurate and devastating to this whole situation.
I'm so Ark. Thank you for sending that, man. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we got that pulled up.
Archangel Nishan says, a line comes to mind from Destiny listening to all this. Doesn't matter how good you are, you stay out there too long and you're not coming back. Not the same way you left anyway. Yeah, that's a good line. From Destiny. Is that the game Destiny, I hope? Not the manlet Destiny. Okay, let's see. Where else are we? Oh, whoops. I'm on the wrong screen. I was like, why can't I find where I was? Garzmerl says, you and I stand with Vic linking arms. Ha! I keep all of my friends at arm's length. And as you know, that means we're very close. Also, I don't need the cucks at A&N when the other cucks at Rooster Teeth can just give me his credit card / PayPal information. There you go. Christy Abyss says, Hero Hei on the rise like season 1 Luffy.
Oh, snap. Yo, that's a good reference right there.
Louis Quintero.
We are. Good opening.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I had it still focused on me, which is a little bit narcissistic. Luis Quintero, thank you for the donation. Steel Samurai says, the mockery of Vic has been going on in the VA community for over a decade. In the dub of Ghost Stories, where the VAs wrote the script, Rial and her colleague Chris Patton call Vic creepy, joke about him dating a 12-year-old girl, and mock his religion. Very nice. Good. The best friends, really. David.
Yeah, so you haven't seen that, huh?
No.
I'm just going to DM you that just so you have it. Just yeah. Because I'm going to head out of here in a minute.
Yeah.
I figure, it's getting later, and showing you that one thing was pretty funny shit. So might as well leave on a high note there.
Absolutely.
Let me just send you that. Yeah. Okay. Actually, I have it right here, and then I will say bye. That's cool.
Yeah, I'll read another one while we wait. David Redondo says, I was on Tug's stream before yours with Iron Liz, spectating. Beautiful, thoughtful people as they are. Pronounce Yalst in English major. It's Yalst. What's wrong with what's hard about that? Yalst. And Christy Abyss says, James Lee got roasted all day, and yeah, he did. He did get roasted all day.
All right, there is the link. Whenever you get a chance, it's like an hour and 50 minutes long. But yeah, the good stuff starts around like 25, 30 minutes, if I recall.
Yeah, I'll check it out. All
right, so I'm gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, go check out Hero Hei's channel. Subscribe to it. Show him some love and support during this stupid false DMCA. It's clearly a false DMCA. They knew it. They know it is. Hopefully they'll do the right thing, since I think their ultimate goal was probably to get your docs, but that's been foiled. Yeah. So
it feels that way for sure. So yeah, thank you for having me on, man. And thank you, Chad, as well. Hopefully you enjoyed my appearance here. And thank you guys for the support dealing with that nonsense.
Yeah, man. And we'll see you tomorrow for the state of the Stand with Vic union or whatever that we're doing. Mm-hmm. Where we can address some of these concerns growing in the community and kind of just encourage people that, well, we'll save it for tomorrow. Yeah,
it's going to be a good show. We need something like that. We haven't had a big panel in a while, so it should be exciting.
Yeah, it'd be great. All right, man.
All right. Well, you have a good, I guess it's morning or night. You have a good morning / night, and good rest of the show. And chat, you guys take care. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully.
Thanks, buddy. We'll see you then.
Sounds good. Thanks again, man. Yeah. I'll see you around.
Peace. All right, guys. Oh, the headphones come off. The ears are red. The hatred is flowing through my ears. Hero Hei's a good dude. I really like him. Always interesting to have on, because he brings a completely different perspective to this stuff than I have, and has a lot more knowledge of the anime side of it. Right? I bring the legal knowledge in, and the mockery and laughter of various people, but he's got more knowledge of the anime stuff, and I appreciate having him on. And what happened to him is ridiculous. So we're fighting it in the most appropriate way, and so I'll keep you updated on that to the best of my ability. He is my client, so it'll be up to him as to what comes out, of course, but I think we'll get this resolved. Steel Samurai says, P.S. Can't wait for the naughty lawyer to get punished for all those ethics complaints on camgirls.live. Will Q and Drexel join you? No Oreos on Camgirls Live, and Q will forever be on my bad side for saying that. A literal gamer says, have my free $2. 2 glasses of Knob Creek admiration. Thanks, buddy. Cami4242 says, can't he submit a P.O. box address to avoid the docs? Maybe he could, but we submitted my P.O. box to avoid the docs, and they'll have to deal with that. Eduardo Ramirez says, what's the cut commander situation? Right now, my attorney, Stephen Birch, my IP attorney, is drafting our counter, our response to their letter, and we'll see what happens after that. Next is right, but you can buy cut commander shirts for that special lady in someone else's life, or for yourself if you choose. Cut commander shirts are available. They're probably scrolling below the video. Just check them out. We also have stickers. If you don't want to wear a shirt that says cut commander, but you do want a sticker because they're funny, you can go ahead and check those out. Ryan Bradford says, so go and weave your tale of woe, convincing yourself you're so set to fail. So when you finally lost your way, only yourself left to betray. There you go. Very poetic. Verthika Frostscale says, what's a good war song for the legal battles? I have no idea. I'm not good at figuring that stuff out. Tim Hobson, thank you for the donation. Timothy Reaper says, they think Ty Beard is going to ask them about psychic vampires. I would. Rhino says, did Ren get her Twitter banned to hide evidence? No, I think Ren got her Twitter banned because Ren got her Twitter banned. All of her tweets, I believe, are archived. So, TLJ Screwjob says, so in Tug's stream earlier today, Iron Liz mentioned, as you and others have, that Vic very well could have ended it. Would Ty be willing and or legally able to ask the funny execs, Monica, Ronica, and Jamie if they knew that was possible? Yeah, he could certainly ask them about that. Absolutely. You're talking about Vic being driven to make that ultimate choice of that final choice. Yeah, they could certainly ask them about it. I don't know what they'd probably lie. They'd probably lie and say that they had no idea that it could be so bad for Vic, but then they're going to claim to know Vic for 20 years and all this stuff, and I don't know. I think they knew this would destroy him. I think they knew it was a risk, but that's me. Holy Captain Jack says, would it be considered expoliation of evidence? I'm not sure what you're referring to at this point, but it would be spoliation of evidence if they got rid of it. Bad Dragonite says, who would win, Armsgirl or Asura from Asura's Wrath? Armsgirl. Terrifying. She's got that helicopter arm. Can't stop it. Gabriel Allen says, MG Marzgurl and her CTC cohorts use psychological manipulation tactics, reverse psychology, to have the mob harass the actors that chose to stay with Channel Awesome, DMing original and redacted screenshot, and has been confirmed. Oh wow, crazy. Thank you. Draco Fells says, I'll use that on the Marzgurl stream that I do coming up. Draco Fells says, thanks for the stream, and shout out to Hirohei for reading my entire stupid Funimation rant on Reddit. That made my entire day. Great, thank you. Snarkticon DM says, no Ren on Twitter? She gonna get a real job now? You wish. TLJ Screwjob says, in one of the Dunn's depositions, they mentioned a local rule of a 40 exhibit limit that apply to Vic's case as in a limit, or is it court specific, i.e. Tarrant versus Spicer? Also, 400 tweets, not marked as evidence, but Soye has to answer to all of them. Yeah, Soye will have to answer to all of those tweets. They don't have to present all of the tweets as evidence necessarily. They could just say, did you tweet this on this date? They don't have to label it. Or they could label the list of 400 tweets as one exhibit, for example. This is your list of 400 defamatory tweets. Here you go. That could be one exhibit. But it's probably, local rule probably being, for Meyer versus Wade, the Western District of Texas. But I think a 40 exhibit limit is probably not uncommon for depositions. Gabriel Allen says, Holly also donated on her GoFundMe. Okay. I don't know who Holly is. TL Universe says, DM'd you a funny picture. Thank you. Rhino says Tug and Flash changed their pronouns, then flagged. Good. The Nephilim says she misgendered Flash, and I think people reported. Darn shame if she misgendered Flash. Don't do that, Ren. That's very hateful. Brandon Jensen says censorship is always wrong. Thanks for the streams. Censorship is wrong. Making people play by their own rules, I'm not so sure it's wrong. I'm not so sure it's wrong. I'm not out there reporting a bunch of people. That's not the way I get down. Like I said, I'm not the one who reported Ren. However, I fully endorse her being reported because it's not censorship to make someone play by the rules that they set up. It's someone's analogy. I don't remember whose it was the other day, but it was no matter your moral position or your ideological position, you're fighting the war with the same weapons. You're using the same tools. They created these tools. They get to live with them. It's unfortunate, but that's how it goes. Personally, I would prefer to never report anybody. Let's see. Vertica Frost Scale says a great white whale was once called Moby Dick. What do you call a blue whale? I don't want to know the answer to that. Ear Juice says my views and subs all went up due to Twitter all gone. Congrats, buddy. Mimcage Art says check Twitter, made image of Marzgurl. Anime Moon says imagine MasterCard saying you can't have money. Oh wait, that might actually be happening. That's scary now, isn't it? Well, there is a bad idea. So there you go. Midnight in Exile says I got banned from Twitter for using the word tranny. I need to get back because Tech Force is coming. I think it was Renfamous that did it, by the way. When did that happen? When did that happen? Cypher Warrior says, how do we end up with a beached orca? Marzgurl scooped up all the world's oceans in one go. Marzgurl's arms are so long she will always be in touch. Midnight in Exile says, if you can't help me, please help Ibeas Canales, artist on Iron Sights, who got banned for quoting Schwarzenegger. I can give suggestions. That's about it. If you guys contact me personally, you can just email me. I'm happy to do so. Solo Beverly says, Nick, nothing here. Enjoy a snack on me. Hey, thanks, pal. Thanks. Siren Jack says, Rooster Teeth. Isn't that toy's name in prison? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Bad Dragonite. Oh, wait, no. Mythos Irving says, question for Nick. Were you late in homo because you were out collecting boulders with your kid? I know the truth, Nick. You're mundane, Matt. No. I was trying to get a 3-year-old to stay in her bed at 11 o'clock. Go to sleep. But that's not why I was late. Or that the boulder thing is not true. And it's entirely my fault. Bad Dragonite says, Nick gonna be cosplaying as a real lawyer with a badge. I do have my Ace Attorney badge. Oh, I think it's upstairs. I can't show it to you. Kaki Onsai says, Miss Cooper can't come to Oregon. We blow up whales here. Don't believe us? Search YouTube for exploding whale or dead whale plus dynamite. Smelly. Less smelly than her, though. Unspoken Old One says, the final boss in Einhinder was evil and amazing. I don't remember specifically what it was, but I believe it. I did beat it because I got the alternative ship, but man, it was brutal. Grandmaster Enclave says there was Starhawk. Was that a sequel to Warhawk? DKRE says, love the stream but gotta sleep. Check your email. Will do. The One Who Quacks, thank you for the donation. Samus Fan 117 says, Hero Hey is a top tier guest for Nick. He laughs at jokes, stays involved in the conversation, and if he doesn't understand the subject matter, he's honest enough to ask about it. It's kind of like a sidekick on a police show, the one everyone likes. Yeah, I like Hero. He's a good dude. Blue Satoshi says, UKIP's down to 4%, 1% below other. Sargon destroys everything he touches. Fafulin says, the game was Weapon Lord. Thank you. Then we've got Richmeister 84 says, thoughts on William Barr's testimony, and if you think he perjured himself, haven't listened to it, have no idea. Will you be doing a stream going over the Mueller report? I don't know. I'm kind of interested in it. I know people are interested in it, but a lot of people aren't right now. of my audience are not don't seem to be super interested in the Mueller report. I'm not ruling it out. I've just got to find time to do it between all the other stuff that people do want to see for sure. Plus, I'm trying to get, trying to get Razor hooked up and Razor Fist hooked up and all that stuff. Oh, excuse me. Goodness gracious. Instinct says, my girlfriend and myself broke it off today. Oh, sorry, buddy. Thanks for the entertaining stream, helping with the crying. Sorry to hear that, man. But you know, it'll get better. I don't know. What platitude do you want? It sucks, right? It sucks. Siren Jag says, you only managed to Thanos snap 50% of Ren's mass. No one can snap all of that. Chris Nemo says, Nick to Hey, I wouldn't even charge you. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I wouldn't even charge you. Volran says, hey, you two. First of all, congrats to Hero for 49K subs. Hey, that's nice. I actually discovered the whole Vic situation through one of Hero's vids that got me recommended to me. So I'm really thankful to him for that. That's great. That's great. Mad Black Entertainment says, Hero, hey, get a job. That way flags don't matter. Even if you have a job, the income, you know, it becomes supplemental to your other job. And it's just, it's just how they always go after. How they always go after people. Cerulean Voice says, Ren is like Sin from Final Fantasy X in that you can defeat her for a short time, but the calm only lasts so long before she returns. Hashtag break the spiral. That guy said Supergirl did nothing wrong. Instinct says, just want to thank Nick and the chat for the support. You're welcome, buddy. Sean Fisher says, question, if Inquisitor Nick was to carry a bottle of alcohol, what would it be? Well, Amasac. 39,000-year-old years age Glenn Levitt. Hey, Hero, hey. No, I would pick Lagavulin over Glenn Levitt personally. But no, it'd be Amasac, of course. Tech7Go says, I think it should be said Nick does not exclude people with malice. If you look at our Discord Wednesday live chats, they are instead of civil discussions with Nick, a competition to catch Daddy Nick's attention. Speaking of which, become a Patreon and join. So there you go. Austin Heartless says, I've heard rumors that Team 4-Star is Kick Vic. Wondering if there's any validity to these claims or if it's just rumors. I have no idea. That guy says, Supergirl hates her voice, but it's a cute voice. Dogsplain says, Tess said you appreciated it, but I have my doubts. Instead of reading my chat, you told Hero Hey why you were going to mention Marzgurl. If my balls were any bluer, they'd look like Ren's hair. Oh, my dog. Oh, let me get back to that. I'm sorry. Dogsplained. I just got sidetracked because I'm a boomer. Here we go. Dogsplained says, for funsies, a few questions for Marzgurl. What's it like being married to someone shorter than your arms? Okay. Do gorillas ever mistake you for a family member? Or, no, not or, you get an and. Were you ever spotted in a blurry photo in the Pacific Northwest? Fantastic. Right? Yeah. Good times, buddy. Sorry, I got sidetracked and I thought I had read those, but I did not mean to miss them. Almost back to where we were. Almost back. Guess who's back? Back again. Dogsplain, thank you. Leo Breaker 49 says, we know Nick, I'm just not fond of having a similar trait to those things that should have been swallowed instead of conceived. I got you, buddy. I got you. Patchouli says, remember the Bandersnatch from Code Veronica? I hear it was based on Marzgurl. Shonen X Trash says, Soye Yu-Gi-Oh! If life is a game, they say I can't win. I'll tear Vic down to nothing. Tear him down before his life begins. I won't be afraid to tweet defamatory things. They won't ever break my fire. Marty Lund says, can you please teach Hey how to use New Project 2? I want to be a monthly sponsor, but despise Patreon as a platform. I'll send him I'll talk to him about it for sure. Mr. DJ Fly High says, here's a crack ship. Marzgurl and Renfamous, aka Girlfamous. Ew. No, don't do that. Ugh. Archangel Nishan. Oh, read that one. Quacky Boy says, smile, I'm smile, not smile, up, smile, set, smile, at, smile, all smile. There you go. A Big Dummy for Life says, Luffy is actually pronounced as Luffy. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to call him Luffy, though. God of Plague says, Hero asks good questions, too. I agree. Batgoat says, Doc God came up with this gem. Hero as Nick's sidekick. CG comic? Maybe. Irvin Williams says, sorry, I was late. Phone died and I had to work. Oh, well, yeah, you're not fired here, buddy. You get at least one late. Joe Lugo says that Glenlivet Nadura messed me up earlier, lol. Yeah, that stuff's brutal. That stuff is brutal. It's great. It's great, but it will kick you to the curb. Aron says, so are we ever getting a Malice Bitch t-shirt? Maybe. My artist is very busy right now, and it's a lot getting the thumbnails out, so bear with us on that one. I do think it's in the cards. Short Round says all orders shipping, no new orders. Thanks everyone. So if you did order things from Short Round, he is shipping them all, but he's not taking any new orders. Thanks everyone. And just so everybody's clear, someone said something about me liking Short Round and it being in past tense. Just to be very clear, I still like Short Round. Agree or disagree with his stuff, that's up to you. I have, Short Round's been good dude to me. I've got no ill will towards him. People are going to do what they're going to do. I'm not in the business of policing people's activity or speech. I'm not in the business of telling people what to do and what not to do. Not my role, not my job. I will never take that job. So, Short Round's good in my book. Blaine 20 says, if you want to spice up your Depot rereadings, supplement with anime titties. There you go. All right, guys, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start playing this outro. We've got an outro. Here it comes. Oh, there it is. So, just so you know, when this outro starts playing, his outro is as loud as me. When the outro is playing, the show is ending. So thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. I appreciate
just
you.
helps get his noggin jogging along with his glass by his side.
I'm gonna
His
put the blank
kids
screen
sleep
up.
tight.
It's done.
We'll hear some
Close the
lost
stream.
training tonight.
I'll see you
With his
tomorrow
microphone muted,
with
we'll laugh
Hero
at this
Hei,
boomer.
Fog and Yellow Flash. I believe we're all
part of the
confirmed.
plan. Watch his
Tomorrow night,
face
11
become
p.m.
redder as he becomes
Hope you guys enjoy the song.
raging at
Hope you guys
idiots from
enjoyed the
Twitter
show.
Underland. From the white
And I'll
shores
see you
of Maine to
tomorrow
the hills of
on Twitter
There's no one who
with only
explains the
half the
law
weight
better
that Twitter
than
used to
Nick.
carry.
So pour out a glass for the
You guys
ones
have a
who
good
have
night.
passed to make the
Peace.
law what we have now. Oh, his lady is fair, and she handles herself with the grace of one who has borne many children. As the wife of a lawman, she makes sure that he has the time and the place to provide for them there. So pour out an art bag, a bow, more love rug. The spirits flow as the ones who get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the tea, post on Twitter as we hear lawsplaining tonight. From the white shores of Nam to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we are now. Oh, the guests are all planet folks from Doug T to Drexel. They bring their perspective and spice to the mix. But the reason we're here and the one that we cheer is the one who is showcasing us his career. Get unemployed, so pour out a glass for the tea, post on Twitter as we hear lawsplaining tonight. From the wide shores of Nan to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law more